pushing the E2 play in the lead. Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Gio is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. We're rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Tio, sure enough. With that push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Defesa tocinha, botão no cofre do Limes, pra cima do Delzinho, double do craque, faz clique aí meu chat, você tá no YouTube, faz o clipe da jogada.
Som, morto.
Vou cravar cima, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem real. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar
Pode ver agora, calma,
nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. A quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going in.
People see, there is one A now.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. More. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical side on this area, but right now you're nice. With an 80 with close. Lucky. Get headshot. Cosmos, you want the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem. Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the Kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus Kilo. Ooh, Kells. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the Kilo, bro. I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brig stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
Wait, you're live?
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. We got a little caught up. It's like 6 minutes after the hour. I caught everybody off guard. Wanted to make sure I got the first word in edgewise and telling everybody happy Valentine's Day. Hope you and your loved ones are having a great one, and hope the special person in your life or the special people in your life are known that you, you know, you want to show them attention and you want to show them love. So, got to give you a huge shout out to the wife and the girls at home for me. And then also to these two lovely people who are going to be sharing the stage with me tonight. Deanna, I'm sorry to steal the spotlight away, and then also to kind of throw you off guard, but how was your Valentine's Day been?
Okay, you see, I did my makeup because we did agree we're gonna do something for Valentine's Day. But how are you? How was your day?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I had an amazing one. I had a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to another great day at Mobile Mayhem. As I know Zim is too.
Yes, are we all wearing something red or pink? I'm not sure because I can't see yet, you know. So
I'm wearing like a red polo with like a gray sweater, so it's kind of, you know, seasonal, I guess you would say. But Zim is definitely not.
Oh damn, traitor in the building. But how was your day, Zim? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. We got to watch the Super Bowl. Heartbreak. Eagles losing the Super Bowl, but
Rip.
It was a good weekend. National anthem was great. It was a good time.
Okay, perfect. I'm actually very, very excited for the games today. Okay, maybe you saw or maybe you guys didn't saw in the schedule that Verdict posted. We do not have the first game. It should have been Zitium versus Animus, but Zitium forfeit. So we're gonna move on with the second. But before that, can you go over the standings from last week's sim?
Standings from last week. Where's
Yes.
that posted? Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So number one, yeah, I remember this. We actually covered that Animus is in that number one seed, and they're actually going to start the day with seeing as how they DQ. I believe they're just going to straight up get another 20 points, so they'll be leading the pack right now at 80. And then we'll have number two. Very, very surprising. I don't think anybody had seen this coming at all, but we have number two being 31er sitting at 60. They're tied with Kings as well. Two-way tie, number two and number three. Kings 31er 460. And then we have Icemont, team in this lobby right now at 50. Currently nicely pacing for a playoff seed. And then we got FA Ducks, which is the counterpart team in the first match that we're going to have today at 45. Following 6 and 7, that's going to be 117 at number 6, locking in that last playoff seed so far. Then we've got Zidium following the DQ at 20, Enigma at 20 at 8th, and then we have Typhoon at 9th, also at 20, so three-way tie for 7th, and then Void at the bottom of the league with 5.
Well, I already mentioned that we got to our first forfeit today. So, Verdict, can you go over the schedule of today?
Absolutely, we're going to take a look at it. Zidium and Animus, not today, ladies and gentlemen. Zidium going to have to take the F and the other F as the forfeit comes through. Icemont and FA Ducks, this one is going to be pretty exciting. I think that, you know, if we had to make our pick, this would have to be one of the better matchups of the night. Granted, we have another banger that follows up that one, which is 30 Wonders with Enigma. Why is that so epic? Why is that one so, like, asterisk on the side? Like, why do we got to highlight that one? Well, 30 Wonders are at the top of the board right now, looking pretty good. And Enigma, I mean, there's just no team that you can scuff at, right? They're a team that can come back and bite you on your butt. I think Kings felt that wrath as Kings and Typhoon are going to actually square off in our final series of the night. Overall, if we had the Zidium and Animus matchup, I'd say this was a great day for Mobile Mayhem. It's still going to be a decent one, but not being able to see Zidium and Animus is definitely making me feel some kind of way.
We do have the first game that we're gonna see, Icemont versus Ducks. So, do you have any predictions, Verdict?
Predictions. This one's going to be a tough. FA Ducks have just, and I think Zim can agree with me, just haven't played up to their potential for, you know, this roster is being put together. This is basically a Nova team. This is all Nova, right? Yaya Nova at one point. Veer, a sub for Nova at one point. Create, Diehard Nova, as well as Neil. Faints is the only oddball, and I'm going to be honest with you. This team is supposed to mesh up a little better. They've vastly underperformed. Icemont have an opportunity to take this series, but they've got to capitalize on where, you know, FA Ducks cannot. So if Icemont can find a way to, you know, take this hard point and do it you know, in a way that could knock the momentum off of this FA Ducks team going into the Search and Destroy. This could be a 2-0 sweep.
How about you, Zim? Do you have any predictions?
I think Verdict's analysis is pretty much right on the money. For me, like, Ducks should walk away, maybe with a 2-1 series win. Ducks still kind of trying to find their rhythm this season, but, you know, no better opportunity to start it at any point in time than against a solid up-and-coming team against Mont. But if you're Mont, I mean, you know, this is not a completely doomed series. This is definitely one that you can take, probably 2-1 as well. I don't see this one going 2-0 in favor of any team. I'd be very surprised if it went 2-0 Mont. But you know, your keys, you really need your best guys to show up. You need Fahim to have a big game. You need Storm to have a big game, and you need JC also to kind of pace the game here with his objective, and also trying to keep up a little bit if you want a chance to win in the hard point. You got firing range, and that's a red side for Creed and Co. So they're gonna be in the advantage early, but yeah, definitely it can go any way. Should be a Ducks 2-1 win.
Both here in the lobby, I'm gonna go over the map selections. We're gonna start with the hardpoint on firing range, followed by an SND on standoff, and if we're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a control on summit. We do have raid band on the side of Icemont. I already like it, and FA Ducks band Hacienda, sadly. But yeah, these are the maps. Well, I'm gonna be back after the first matchup, so guys, have fun.
All right, yeah, Deanna, we're going to be joined back by her after this first series, technically second series of the night. I was looking at those map bands. Zim, I can go ahead and tell you why we saw that raid band come through for the side of Icemont. They got beat to a pulp last week. Let me tell you, it was not a pretty sight. You were there. You remember. It was like a 7-1. At one point, I was just like, can we just end this one? And surely it was a 7-1 win. So hopefully we'll see them kind of fire off on all cylinders here as we get geared up for the hardpoint on firing range. As you mentioned, the side of Icemont going to be on the bad side of the map to start it off with. That's nothing that a little bit of kills can't, you know, swing your way and have the advantage on the flip side. Right now, it's all the focus here on P1. And guess what? FA Ducks, they're all over the hill. Nil is there. Veer's getting some kills on the perimeter. And so far, so good. The flip not coming through. The trailer control is in favor of Snooze for the time being, but we'll see if he can peek out and get some kind of advantages on the backside.
We're keeping up right now with Creed. He's sitting at 4-1. Neil as well, starting off really nicely, 3-1. And although we are playing on a good side for FA Ducks, since they are on the red side, this indicates to me at the very least that presumably this is the map pick that Mont actually wanted to go with. So maybe a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of the opening position, but you get to play a map that you are comfortable on. And we've seen Mont play firing range a couple times, and every single time we see them play this map, it just looks so good. As we got Fahim on the flank right now. He's got a 3-piece there, and he's getting ready to go. Let's take a look at the tactician players for both sides. We got Fahim rocking it, and Feints on the counterpart here. Taking a look at the rest of the perks. Love to see that overclock on that TAC 5 there. You got that overclock on Neil. And then on the other side here, overclock as well on Jayce. So standard meta opening as we have a couple kills going the way of Veer. He's on the backside. He's got the kilo and he's locking it down. He's got 3 down in the hill. And he's locking up early time on this P2 rotation. But just as we say that, Mont clears out the point. Feint's going to get a nice 2-piece, but a pinch is going to come through. And that's going to be Snooze on the hill and stable position so far. Anybody's game.
There we go. You can see the Icemont players, 3 of them, they're rocking the oh-so-famous V-Fam clan tag. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not any kind of bias or anything like that. We played Modern Warfare 2 this weekend, okay? All right, and they were like, hey, we got something special for you boys, all right? We got something special for you, Birdie. Want to make sure we show you the love and appreciation that you need here on Valentine's Day. So, rocking the V-Fam here in COD Mobile. They're making it look good so far, as this one's starting to get a little out of hand here for FA Ducks. 15 seconds left to go here in P2. Yaya doing some shots on the middle of the map, 2 off the bodies. Dropping the setup here is early for the trailer site. Yaya's not going to be able to get the collapse here, as Snooze is going to be able to collect all this time for free. Kree going to be able to peek out there, and they're going to be able to secure the perimeter on the outskirts of this trailer site. And right now, the split spawns tell me that it's not going to have a little bit of a battle trying to get these kills on the outskirts. Got to take out Creed first. He has been dealing in damage. And then look at where Neil's at. He's all the way in the tower site. No man shall pass through the wood site. This is a pretty good lockdown here for FA Ducks.
Yeah, it was. I just gotta throw a question mark over there at Yaya real quick. He sat outside of that P2 for 15 seconds, absolutely full health in the corner, playing for kills instead of getting that last kill on the on the P2 and actually handed over Mont 15 free seconds. But right now, Creed and the Ducks are currently locking it down. We got the operators coming out on site, but now it's only one person left on the hill. The trades have actually gone the way of Icemont. You've got a nice reliable AR in the middle map there. That's Neo locking it down, but the gunfights are going to come through from the forward position. And Zaka's going to pull out that Annie and kill all the crossers. We've got nice time here for Mont. It's actually tie game, and they're going into a wood break here, but the Annihilator's making it work here. The Annihilator now going through the top wood, looking for another one here. He's got the Hunter Killer in his pocket, working on that Pred miss, so he's going to find Creed and lock him up there. We've got another one in the bathroom. That's going to be Zaka onto Neo. And now it's just going to be Feints alone, but he's going to get cleared out, and the rotation comes through really, really nicely on the break wave. And Mont's going to have a nice 60 opportunity.
Yeah, they do right now. 50 seconds left to go. They've held down the perimeter so far. One player left in the hill. Here comes the Predator from Zaka. It's going to be good for one, but Storm now the last hope here in the hill. He's going to get taken down in to fill the slots, as Jay say now, as the hills are going to be, or the spawns are going to be a little flipped, a little wonky. The big kill on the backside here for Creed needs to go big. He gets shut down. Solidifying these spawns, it's Snooze coming through with a massive wave, as well as Zaka. And Icemont going to be able to hold the fortress down here in this P4 Wood site now. 40-plus point lead. Getting geared up for a big rotation over the P1. But look at Yaya. He's going to be able to come through the Piri, the TAC-5 combo. Fahim going to get caught on the outskirts of the trailer. But no hill time here for the side of FA Ducks. What's going on? Start to scratch your head. Like, you're getting these kills. You know, you're keeping up in that contesting point. But right now, I mean, the focus ought to be this break on the P4. Obviously, I mean, you don't want to feed the bees, but I guess if you could avoid feeding them streaks at the same time, go ahead and do it now, as we see the P5 or P1 open up for business here momentarily. It is going to be F8 Ducks with the spawns for new, as well as the hill for now.
And the pacing has just been a big problem here for Ducks. That's really primarily what we're looking at here. If we take a look at the greater scoreboard, we are actually going to see that they're getting slayed out, but you know, given that the lead is only about 40 points, you kind of have to point back to the kills that matter. Those first wave kills on the Wood Hill, and then that first set of kills on the P2 that they lost and gave to Mont and actually converted a lot of time. We're only separated now by about 50, which is a decent position if you're actually considering the weight of those kills, as they're going to bounce out the P1 here and work on this P2 rotation. But Mont is winning all the ones that they need to win, and just like we said before the game, Fahim had to have a big game, and so far he's coming out swinging. He's got 20 kills here. Zaka as well, following with another 21. And we got Jay just again, like we said, having to pace with that objective time. But taking a look at this, we've got Neo and Co on the point, and he's actually working on another TAC-5 here. He's about 2 or 3 kills off of this. Doesn't know that Storm is about to pinch the hill right now. Storm's actually in a really nice position. He's going to gatekeep Feints from doing anything on the map right now, but the kills are going to come through. And Beer will actually turn away at the last moment, win one of the massive gunfights that they need to get this time set. And now the wave looks really, really clean here. Snooze is going to try to clean out the pinch on the backside, but the trades are coming through on the forward position. And Creed, he's only a couple kills off of this Annihilator as well. He's working on this score streak. He's got that Hunter Killer, going to give it a toss. But potentially, if Creed can work on maybe a little bit of an EMP, definitely a Predator missile, this is going to really, really be key. Got to keep in mind, though, that on this P2, you can't bomb it, as Jay is going to enter there with a really nice 2-piece. But the Pred will come through. Once again, just got to forget that you can't use that Pred on that P2. It's actually impenetrable now on the top on this version of the map, and Neil will pop TAC-5 for his team cross map. The transition's coming through, but Mont is going to win this hill, and so far, if you're Ducks, you really got to start worrying about the scrap time that you're giving over to Mont. It's collecting.
It is. It's collecting, and right now, the 30-point advantage rolling into the P4 or P3 rotation. Trailer side is where it's all going down. Creed here holding the fort down. He's got a little bit of help here on the outskirts, but the numbers, blue sea of kills on the left-hand side of the screen, followed up by some kills coming through in the hill. Storm's going to pop the claw right now, is trying to get something on the outskirts. Is going to be able to get some assists, but need that brute force push on into the objective. There are 2 players there. Creed's the first initial point of contact. He's going to get dropped. And now it's Storm and the boys over at Icemont. They're rocking and rolling here for a break in P3. And we're going to go ahead and dive in for a quick listen in to see how they are sounding on this P3 to P4 connection with 30 seconds left to go.
I'm flanking along, I'm flanking along.
One camera dead.
Along Andy.
One more backwood. Bomb wood.
Andy dead.
There's a Fury in wood, be careful.
Fury dead.
See them.
I I'm one shot in showers. One in
See them, dead.
I got him. We're playing
Almost see them,
push.
almost see them. They're pushing mid, they're pushing mid.
One bottom wood, pray in bottom wood. Pray one on the bottom wood door.
Top bottom wood, I'm low.
I watch you, I have his
Window, wood window.
Yeah, he's switch window, one trailer.
One shot on your left, Jason.
Top wood dead. 1 HP. Along dead.
He's window. One pushing mid, one pushing mid.
One P1 pushing bottom wood door.
Bottom wood. Slow bottom wood.
Fully locked and loaded. They get a lot of that scrap time. They get up with a little bit of an advantage here in the P4, but this is a little bit more scrappier FA Ducks than we saw last set of hills, Zim. Things not too certain here for the side of Icemont. Definitely not certain here for FA Ducks either.
Certainly not, but your top performer is your TAC 5, and that's going to be Neil. He's popping the TAC 5 wave, and he has to win now. An incredibly important one-on-one. He'll just barely lose it to Storm, but it'll get traded out in the very, very end here. Neil's going to pop off on this Predator missile, trying to see if he can get all that information for his team. He's going to kill. Oh, actually, the trophy system will block that onto 5 there. That's going to be Zaka, but I mean, just highlighting the scoreboard again. Zaka now leading the entire lobby at 38 and 18. He's absolutely putting on for the side of Mont. And they've got a 30-point lead, but going into a P1 transition, they're all spawning in the lower position. And now we're going to have Ducks with another opportunity here to get some time, as we're only down by 30 points. But Yaya's got to go big on the point here as Creed is looking over. He's going to get into the tower position here. He's got a nice overlooking angle onto Jason and Co. He'll pick up 2 to go, but Faints really needs to pick up this time. And just looking at this, I mean, tough position here for Storm and Co to convert, but they actually do, and now they're going to get the whole set to spawn on the bottom. They're looking really good on their map pick. We've got another set here where just Neo's in this trailer position, has to win a big one-on-one with Storm and Mont. I mean, they're continuously winning the ones that matter.
They are indeed. Fahim's already got the early setup over here at American. This is where we can see this one come down to the wire. Fades. Hops right in front of Fahim. He doesn't even know it. He's waiting for the cavalry. Look at this. Free is freaking get 2-piece. The setup, Fahim. Trigger discipline at an all-time high. And then the kills on the outskirts. Here comes the Sparrow. Big positioning, big time plays, big trigger discipline to go along with it. Yaya is just on the outskirts looking in. Scratching his head. How can I do something that's going to make something different? Here comes the Purifier. Looking to fillet these players. He's looking to go ahead and get in and burn the souls of the players of Icemont. He's going to melt one of them away, but there's 2 more left standing. Icemont now. 20 seconds needed to close it out. Nobody in sight here for the contest, but it's one player in Fahim getting some outskirts support. Here comes the brute force burst. It's Veer. He's good for 1, make it 2. This one's not over with yet. 4 seconds needed now. Players are being stacked in the objective, Zim. And FA Ducks are going to be able to extend it for a little bit time longer.
It's not over yet. I mean, we still got another 20 points here, but if they get into a transition, we might have to cue the epic music here. We might actually have to do that right now as we're on the back end of this 15. It looks like a transition right now, and Ducks are on a position where they can very, very much convert this. We've seen teams in North America, presumably Tribe, they did it against Zygnus, if you remember that one position.
Oh, yeah.
They did it down like 90 points right now, as Veer's actually going to have to win a really important gunfight. He's going to get the big one on the hill now, but he's in a 1 versus 2 position. Here comes the flashbang, and that's out. Now it's Storm on the hill. He's actually going to be in the position to get a couple kills here, but Veer, he's just going to get spit on there. It's going to go Neil, get spit on as well.
Oh my god, Storm!
Is going to world star them for the end of the game. Oh my god.
The flick, the beams, they hold on for dear life, and Storm coming through like a hurricane, closing out that trailer, man. Let me tell you about it. Hell of a fight back from FA Ducks, but it wasn't enough. Icemont stands strong. They get a big chunk off of that P2. You can thank Fahim for the crafty positioning. Fahim got that dog in him chat, and it's just not... He's a gamer, bro. Let me tell you, he's nasty on the sticks as well. 44 for the man, Big Zaka. Not getting the respect that he deserves. Holy hell. A minute plus on the hill, too? What a freak of a game collectively for this Icemont team. Now we're going to have to see the rest of the stats. Yaya putting up 41. Neil was on a burner. That's a problem. How big of an impact does a player who runs overclock as well as TAC 5? I mean, he did everything that he could possibly do to give this team a fighting chance, and they still fall shy by 23 points of getting the job done. Very unfortunate, but that's just the way it's played. And you see your objective players on the left-hand side of the screen. Jay may not be picking up in the kill department, but hey, man, whenever you're in there for almost 2 minutes against a team like this, kudos to you, my guy. Kudos to you.
I mean, yeah, Neil for me. I mean, he's doing the most for this Ducks team, and it's match after match that we're highlighting Neil. And now it's not just in the S&D where he's very, very valuable to them as a sniper, but now it's in the respawn as well, and it's continuously been in the respawn so far. I mean, god dang, Verdict, we keep forgetting to do this, but we have to put out our Heisman watch. Neil's on MVP watch. Neil has to be on MVP watch because he's so far really, really doing the deed for Ducks. And you know, yeah, he's got a 41, but it's not really an eye popper. You're at 82 engagements plus. And yeah, you're gonna get 41, and that's cool. But so many lives on the map, I'd watch I'd watch Yaya, and it's just like head scratchers. Like he had a really important one there. Like look at the margin of loss, 250 to 227. If we were to rewind, if we had like a replay buffer, you'd literally watch Yaya sit in a corner outside of P2 where there's only one guy on the hill for no bullshit, like 15 to 20 seconds, completely still staring at the. Like, the other team is taking time on P2. It's only one person left to trade. Yaya's in position, and he just doesn't move. He's full health, doesn't do anything. He's staring for the kill on the other side of the map, like looking in the completely opposite direction. Like, stuff like that is the margin of error, and this is why we're seeing Ducks lose these close games, because we're not able to make those decisions in the game that are going to lead us to get the right kills. We're looking at Creed. I mean, you gotta help him. Like, he's putting up, you know, great performances every single match, and when he finally has a slow one is when we're seeing the Ducks absolutely, you know, get crushed on some of these maps. And Vera, I mean, Vera as well, he's got to step up the game a little bit, but if Creed could get a little bit of help and pick up his performance in the search and destroy, we should be seeing them take it. But on the other side, Zaka, like you said, great game from him. We said Fahim had to have a big game. He had a big one to start, kind of cooled off towards the end there. Storm did well too. But we gotta say as well for Jay, you know, you're 26 and 41. You're picking up time, and that's great. But you can't have too many of these maps.
No, you can't. I mean, a better team is going to. A better team is going to punish the hell out of you. You're not going to get 2 minutes on the hill, right? You're not going to be able to get 2 minutes on the hill going 26 and 41 against a better team. Right. It's just not possible. They're going to exploit you. They're going to bully you. It could be even worse. You could be sitting at 20 and 50 after, you know, playing a team and you know, who's better than this. And realistically, we could be sitting less than a minute.
This is happening in stage 5 for sure.
No, this isn't happening in stage 4 for sure either. Towards the finals, obviously, but that's many months from now. Obviously, we still got a little bit of a build up and a hype up here for Austromania, and so far it's been fruitful. I know EU's had its ups and downs. It's shown that, you know, it could be a little troublesome at times. Obviously, we've had one forfeit already this season. It's quite all right. It happens, right? It's Valentine's Day. Who knows what they had, you know, planned? Obviously, we don't concern ourselves with the personal lives of the players. We just want to see them play, okay? So hopefully we'll see Zidium bounce back on their next scheduled day, and we don't see any more forfeits because those FFs come through, they rack up. As a matter of fact, I know we were going over the standings, and I know you shouted them out for having 20, but that was before, I sent that before they factored in the actual points. And Animus is sitting at 100. Zidium got the -5 for... Yeah, it's even worse. They're sitting at 15.
That's bad.
So it's not a three-way tie for 7th. It's still close, but you're not going to be able to contest it. And both of these teams in Enigma and Typhoon are, so they might be able to extend their lead. So I'm back. I'm ready to go. Game 2 is being halted because I had to restart my emulator. I didn't want to have any issues rolling into game number 2. I didn't want to, you know, have to resort to using the iPad. I will if I have to, though, because it is there for backup. But we're here and we're ready to go. If you remember on Thursday of last week, this team struggled heavily in the search or destroy. Yeah. Gonna definitely need to see them improve here. It's just not gonna happen here in this search or destroy. We're gonna go ahead and double back to the lobby.
There's a silver lining here for Ducks, though, in that they continue to play the standoff S&D. You know, sometimes this works well 2 ways. One, you get to play a map that, you know, you're continuously playing so that it's comfortable, or I'm sorry, the reps are there. You know, you've played this map, you're playing it over and over again. You have a nice baseline for what you're going to do, and it's also a map where you can hit both bomb sites, and you know what I'm saying? It's common. Yeah. On the other side, as well, the second part here is that is that last part. It's very common. You're not playing like a Hacienda or something. I don't want to say new, but something newer. So there should be a underlying, degree of comfortability here, especially with guys as veteran as these guys. We want to see Ducks win. We want to see a team like this actually get into their own, and I certainly do. But we have to, be critical of how we see some of these maps actually play out. But nevertheless, we have seen them do fairly well. I think the only time that we've seen them lose a standoff was it the Animus one.
Yes, it was, and that was still a close. It was still a close game.
Really close.
Close game.
But it was on the back of him. If you remember it, it's kind of like what we were going into. Is like if Creed doesn't have an absolute slammer of a map,
yep,
they look kind of flat. And in that Animus game, although it was extremely close, and you looked at it and you were like, okay, Ducks can swing with the best guys. Creed had like 3 1v2, 1v3 type rounds, like. That's not consistent. So we need to find strong rhythm for the side of Ducks if we are offensive, and we also need to see them utilize both of these bomb sites. Even if you don't end up planting the B bomb immediately, we need to see them doing things through the back alley like they're doing right now.
Oh,
through the mid.
Need to see Neil hit those shots too.
Yeah,
that's when he's on, and I know when I last interviewed him, he said when he has a good hardpoint game, he's gonna follow it up with a beast of a search and destroy performance. He had a great hardpoint game. Right now, he's following up with some great shots. Veer's going to be able to open up with another. And it does look like the Icemont boys are going to be cold in the works here all in this first round. Creed's going to get blasted. JC!
Oh, wow.
Is going to combine with Snooze for the 2, but Zaka's dropped. It's all down to these two.
Plant the bomb. Like, what? You got info on the site. Plant the bomb.
There
please.
it goes. It's going down.
Finally, he's gonna get it down. But
and then look at Yaya. He's in perfect position. JC doesn't even know what hit him. Snooze is gonna get dropped in 2-piece. You get the map control. You don't have to worry about that post-plant positioning because you're already there clearing out everything as the call-outs came through. So get the bomb down, more importantly, obviously. But I think that was a well-orchestrated plant, and then also a push and rotation from Yaya.
It was, and the framework for that round was really well done. We had 2 guys in the granny kitchen area. You had a deep pincher watching. That was Creed watching this alley, making sure nobody comes on the backside. You put your sniper in that power position where you want Neo to be, as Fahim is gonna kill Veer. And then you had another sub there who just had to trade a couple kills on A, but fell through a little bit. But we're in a 4 versus 5 position now. Zaka's gonna make it go with the HVK. He's looking for a second one. That's gonna be Yaya and the L-Wad. Storm's gonna kill Creed as well with the snipe. And just like the framework was really good for Ducks, the defensive response is even better out of Mont. And now, we're sitting at tie, 1-1.
Great bounce back around there for Icemont. Ducks get called on their bluff. And that first blood from Fahim, man, I was looking at it, bro. It was a nasty shot. I don't even know how he connected. I don't even know how he saw it. He was just literally shooting pixels. Gonna be on board with him and Neil as I'm bouncing back and forth. White picket fence here, Fahim. Damn it, as soon as I roll over to somebody else, he gets one. We'll see if Neil can get a bounce back, and maybe we'll get a little bit of a redemption right now. It's 2 for the price of 1. Make that 3. No, Creed wins a big gunfight, but Faints drops. As Creed's looking for the boxing gloves. Whoa, Snooze gets absolutely world-starred. Storm now in the last position. As he's the last man standing, Intel's going to give him out, and, well, you can see Neil, he's on the prowl. Only a matter of moments here. Reposition. Get the plant down. Yeah. Get the plant down. Look at Storm. All that time it took for the plant to go down, he's already repositioned himself back in spawn.
What's this plant? I mean, Neil saw him run away through the granny and run all the way cross map, and he plants for barrel. Now you have no control of barrel. You're gonna lean towards the other side here. It's a really nice position, honestly, for Storm. If he can find a kill, presumably maybe onto Creed, he has to play through this barrel side because that's where he planted it. But I mean, just weird planting spots, like stuff like that. It's like you saw him run through the granny. He's gonna rob the map. You have the sniper there giving you all of the mid-map control, but you put yourself in a spot where you have to play through barrel because you plant through barrel. Just rough position to be in, but they convert the round. I mean, man, you gotta question some of this. Is we're gonna have 4 flying through the middle of the map there. That's gonna be Yaya. He's gonna get killed by Zaka. Now big mid-map control for the side of Mont, and not a lot of stuff has developed for Ducks. They're going to take the trophy system with him to go, but that's going to be 5 on the map. It's Zaka looking for a kill onto Faints, but he will get taken down. And now we've got another one here. It's going to be Faints, middle map. He's looking He's looking around. He's not waiting for his teammates. He says he's going to open up the round, try to get a kill. He's on that statue position. Right now, so we're going to have another one there in the court. That's going to be Creed winning a big one. And, you know, I like what's happening right now. They're not committing very, very hard to any one bomb site. They're still putting themselves in a spot where they're in the middle of that map. They're flexible. They can plant in any which direction that they want. But certainly once you see Feints getting this information on the tractor side, it's open up, then the bomb can come over. We can get a nice 2-piece on the backside here. The bomb can get planted. You got the last guy on the side that's going to be Snooze, and he'll get taken out. And a pretty nice round here for Ducks. That's the key. You need to have that bomb in a central position to look for your first bloods, try to open it up, and then decide where you need to plant the bomb based on where the kills you get.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That DLQ skin is off a cooldown. There is no DQ. Calm down. I know how quick you guys are to say, hey, let's go ahead and run into map 3. Right now, Yaya trying to run through the middle of the map. He's going to be good for 2. And back into Granny's he goes now. Is the commitment here, not here on the A site. Well, Feints is all the way double invested. And he's going to be able to get one for free. Jace just does not peek the angle, and that's going to leave Zaka on his own. Bomb's going to go down. Zaka going to be able to find one, but it's Creed there to collect the bodies. And 4 or 3 rounds back to back to back. Just an absolute brutal nightmare for the Icemont roster. We've seen them struggle here in Search or Destroy. We saw them in Raid. Right now, the Search or Destroy and Standoff not favoring them too much. But what we will say is this is a map pick selected by none other than FA Ducks. We would certainly like to think that this is a map that they can dominate on. 2 for the price of 1 now. Storm's drop. Fahid is on his game. Is going to be able to get the jump up. Not quite. Creed's going to shut him down. Now it's a 2v3 throw. Zaka going to be called out. These are kills that you cannot afford to lose. And a second breath of life now as everything is all tied up 2v2 style. Creed is not... Oh, he's unstoppable, bro. He's just feasting on this Icemont roster. Crushing them. Middle of the map style. You're in his spawn, he's going to take you out. You're in front of Granny's, he's going to take you out. Right now, it's Valentine's Day. Creed has yet to be going out yet this round. And I'm sitting here looking at Snooze. You just gave out a lot of information. You didn't get the kill. The bomb's already made its way over to the A site. This round is not doable.
I mean, that's the first time I've seen them get information and actually
utilize it.
Stride, make a really nice choice on the back end there. I mean, and we've got a highlight now. Creed has the entire. To be honest, you can literally just sit there. You've got the entirety of that mid-map cross cut off, but he won't. Now Snooze is gonna get a chance, but he'll get knocked down. And Creed, I mean, this guy can win gunfights in isolation. He, in terms of the world, in terms of the entire West, 1v1 gunfight, Creed's a good bet against anybody. He's sitting at 9 right now. This is what we said this before the map. You know, if Creed is really firing, they're gonna have a really strong map. This is on hardpoint. This is in control. This is in search. It's just been happening to come in the searches. This time he's gonna do it with the util. He's gonna kill Fahim. We've got to highlight again. Like you said, we've seen Mont struggle. We saw him struggle last time on the raid, but we saw them struggle. We're seeing them rather struggle again on the standoff. And if you remember in that raid, as we're gonna have, I mean, a really quick round here for Ducks. If you remember in that raid, Fahim had like 2 kills, you know what I'm saying? And for the vast majority of this game, he had 2. So he got that 1 round, he got a nice 2-piece. But, I mean, so far, Fahim at both of these searches that he's played back-to-back has really underperformed, and he was on that sniper on that, you know, in that point. He's got to have another bigger map here. Neil's going to open it up here with Zaka. Beer will kill Fahim, and it's just now a really tough position. You've got Jace, probably your not best bet in isolation. He's in this spot where he's getting collapsed on in the bottom here. He's got the CBR. He's going to work on Creed.
Oh, damn,
but
Neil.
We've seen the same interaction on the bottom where Creed starts that gunfight and Neil in that position kills a player. And now it's just Snooze in a 1 versus 4 position here. He's going to get double teamed. And that's going to be a really nice win for Ducks. That's the kind of dominance that we need to see out of these guys on a regular basis. And I'm telling you, man, if this is a trend, like what you said from that interview with Neil, where he's like, okay, man, if I feel it in this hardpoint, I'm gonna have a good search. Neil could take the league by storm this season.
He could. He's absolutely stole the spotlight in that hardpoint. He followed up with some. I mean, not only just some great shots, but some great reposition too. You saw how he pressed that back alley, got a kill, and then he's immediately in top factory. How do you combat that? I mean,
over the map.
You know, Icemont just. I mean, they were lost at times. And the Search and Destroy continues to be a little bit of a question mark for this team. They still haven't found their identity in that sense, but this F8 Ducks team, they come through, they handle business, they get revenge more importantly, and they take us to a game 3. So both teams tied 1-for-1 now as we go over to the control. Take a look at the post-action report, ladies and gentlemen. It was the Creed show. When he is frying, this Ducks team is flying, right? 12 kills on board for him. 7 for Veer with 2 plants, as well as Neil with 8. They were cooking. On the flip side of things, your top frag had damn near amount of kills as both bottom frags for Ducks. That's a problem. We need to figure out what's going on there and where's the disconnect. Search or Destroy is still just downright atrocious to see for this Icemont roster.
I mean, you gave so many great points there, but the best one that I think you gave was just the repositioning from Neo. You hit it right on the head. I mean, the snipes are nice, the hardpoint win is nice, the fragging is nice, but just his ability to maneuver on the map lately has been really, really, really key for them. Just to getting control of those lanes, and when you've got that sniper rifle and you're really locking and loading, it's tough to knock this guy off of his rhythm in Europe. He's for a long time been one of the best, as well as Creed and Co. We saw Yaya have really, really nice opportunities there that he converted on for first bloods. We saw Veer kind of hold it down. He wasn't having any particularly tough gunfights. We did see Feints a little bit have some opportunities that he kind of missed on, but when you got Neil and you got Creed doing the work, and also Yaya, because Yaya did well as well, opening up for first bloods and stuff, you can kind of rest assured that everything's going to be okay. Now, going into this control, we kind of mentioned again that they were the team 2 in this selection. That first map win, although it did go for Mont, it actually was their map pick. Because they picked the map, the hardpoint, they're actually going to fall short and not get the side as well for the control. But I believe as well, if I'm not mistaken, that the control is not randomly generated. I'm pretty sure that they picked the control summit as well, and Duck is going to get the side, which is kind of like a head scratcher, but maybe they do stuff on offense that we haven't seen before. But I would imagine that, based off of those map bans, you had a better selection for the control. The only reason you pick control summit if you have like a slums available, or if you have like a standoff for control, or if you have like something else like that of this nature, is if you have a unique, opener for control, and you're really kind of gambling that you're going to win like a 0-round no operator offense. So we'll have to take a look and see specifically for the first 30 seconds to see what Mont does on the start. But long term, if they're not winning this first offensive round, it's probably chalked. I think I mean, if you start off in a hole in a 2-0, yeah, it's chalk. But if you can bounce back and win a defensive round, they don't have defense the last round.
Look, look. I've seen this team play objective. They know what they're doing in that regard. These first few seconds are going to be huge and astronomical as far as the outcome of the game. But
this is worst case scenario. You gave them full mid map control with 0 contest. No.
Hey, Ice Miner sitting there content with holding the bottom side of the fortress now. As you can see, Neil's trying to peek on into the site. He's going to get taken out before he can feast onto the respawns. A tick and a half of progress is already going through, Sam. You've got 6 for the price of 5. Kills are astronomical, but it is a lot of objective being played so far for the Icemont players.
Yeah, and the big problem here is that I worry that this Ducks team is going to look at control and just say that this is a spawn trap fest on defense, and have it be primarily kills. I mean, we're seeing them right now get pieced on the map, and we're seeing those kills actually translate to big tick time, and they're pushing up on the map. Once you get beyond the con, the choke points are tight. Every single angle through the hangar, very small area here, through the hallway, very small area right here, even in front of the green, very small area. That top area is contested as well. It's tight. And if you're giving all of this opportunity to the side of Mont to get up on the map, you're giving them extra time, you're giving them a tight kill advantage, and then you've got Fahim just kind of lurking in the back here. He might be able to pick up a couple of rebound kills. Fahim's probably the key player right now. The clock might get stopped in a little bit here, but he's got to win the green one, and this is going to be a big one onto Yaya. Now he can stop the clock. We've got time managed very well, plus a minute 30. You've got a kill advantage here. You're pushing out the green as well. You're getting the space. He's in a really nice position here to get another kill onto Yaya, but he's holding the nade. He's not going to be able to win the gunfight immediately, but he will use a massive one there on the backside, and now Snooze has to trade it up. Big kills
Storm
for the side of Dox, and Storm is really making it work here. But now the round is going to slow down. 2 life advantage for Dux, and Zaka's in a good position.
Yeah, Zaka's in a good position. You got that big tick energy early on, but the TAC 5 coming through. Yaya's going to get a second chance at life. Huge, massive kills. And Storm and crew are down to 3. Make it 2 as Storm wins 1. Would have loved to hear the comms in this instance. You get a quick A-cap. Where's the slowdown at?
Yeah,
they got a bit too greedy. They got a bit too overzealous with their map positioning, not winning those big gunfights. And sure, you had the BTE early on, but where was the follow-up? You need a round like that that kind of slowly progresses. You had 2 minutes to make something happen. That might have been a round that got away. And it's one that the side of FA Ducks are going to be able to come out on top and say, hey, we got the advantage. As a matter of fact, they got operators and streaks to work with as well. FA Ducks are clicking. 3 in the feed, though, for the VFAM. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Massive kills to get that top control, and they shut yet down again.
Attack wave, yep.
With an opening tack wave to get the setup here on the top control.
Man, that was a great opener there for the side of Mont, as now we have the claw going into the spawn, and this is what defense needs to look like. Whoa, the flashbang is going to come through, but Storm is still going to get the kill. Now we've got the Annihilator working on the backside, but he's going to get pinched here. Oh my god, Veer is going to get worked on a little bit. Now he's got that third guy sliding on top of him. He's going to get killed. And now it's going to be Veer and Co. just trying to fight off the defenders in the spawn already. But finally, the map is going to slow down a little bit. A 6-kill advantage for the side of Mont, and this is the rhythm that you really need to be following on this defensive side. We saw on the offense, Mont's actually able to win off of, to win that first point off of ticks here. But the time has not been managed. That's the key to control summit as well as kills. But the key really is making sure that you have the time to play and use all of these lives. As we got the top side here, that's going to be Neil. He's knocking it down. We saw Veer really cooking on the map right now. He's 12-6, but we're also having Neil on the other side. He's got that TAC 5 in his pocket, and Neil's in the position here. He's on a 7-man. He's working on this EMP, and if we can see him get this EMP with the big triple kill coming for Veer, another one in the spawn, he's going to get a couple rebound kills. 2 back-to-back triples.
Disgusting.
No, but it's just going to be a 2-piece, and they're actually going to cap this, and they were not in the life lead, but they're actually going to win this. And now, 8-4, we're going to see an offensive round win potentially come out for them. TAC 5 still in pocket. Hopefully Neil doesn't pop it this round. He's got the EMP he's working on. Maybe he can hop on the point here and finish the EMP. Just hop on it, just hop on it, just hop on it. There's only 2 kills left. Just hop on it and finish it. No, he's not going to do it. He's looking for the kills around, but that's going to be it. It looks like Mont is going to lose this round as well and be 2-0.
Oh!
He's going to mess that up and lose the control on his EMP. That's definitely one, if he watched it back in VOD, he'd probably be biting himself for. But a 2-0 win advantage for the side of Ducks. I did not expect this.
Oh, we did not expect this, but the kills, the streaks, the operators, the bodies that dropped, they didn't play a single bit objective until there was 11 seconds left to go on the clock. And then it was like, hey, we're here for business. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. As you know, we've already had our pleasure. TAC 5 is going to be popped, but so is the Vortex. Storm's good for 2, though, as the bodies go sucked right into the oblivion. Aren't the kills going through for Snooze? He is going to be able to find 1, thankfully, there. And the opening objective time is going to go big-time favor of the side of Icemont now. We saw this struggle in, the first attacking round. It was completely followed up with just a lack of timing, just a lack of kill counts, just a lack of focus here for Icemont. They have not withstood the testament of being able to stand toe-to-toe here with this FA Ducks team. And quickly they drop 2-0 here in this control. This is the last round. This is a redemption. You need to find a comeback. You need to find a silver lining. FA Ducks going to be able to get the clearance there on the hill. 2 ticks of progress are through, but Yaya and the FA Ducks might be looking to close this one out now. Snooze going to be able to win 1 big gunfight. Keeps the dream alive here on the B site. The life count significantly close. And it's not getting any better.
I mean, if I'm actually watching this, I would tell you that even though they're down 2-0, Montez actually looked a lot better on the map, but it's hard to argue with the gunfight prowess that has the side of Ducks. They're gonna get another clean capture here.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and dive into the
here.
comms real quick and just see if they can get the job done. I mean, there was a stroke of genius in the first round that they attacked, but I need to hear the comms here on this rotation into this B cap.
Top dead.
Yeah, I'm going top.
I got my claw,
Green dead.
Okay,
Good shit.
On my top.
One shot, top one shot, man. He's going back to green,
So correct, man.
Top in mid lane,
Yeah, man.
Stop still. Dropping down.
Good shit.
Play live. Good job. I got forklift.
Put on cage, guys. Left side corner.
I'm on top.
One cage.
Cage.
Okay,
Nice. See them. Elbow.
You got him, good shit.
Be careful, Hunter.
Watch the Hans. Wait, where is it?
One bottom control,
straight in.
Low.
Okay, the comms are there. I didn't necessarily get that. Let's slow it down. Let's find a little bit of, map control before we jump right back on this hill. There's damn near a minute left on the clock. There's a little more than a minute. And I guess just a map that Summit is, it's just, it's just one of those maps that you can't afford to slow down on. Am I right or wrong there?
You have plenty of time there. I mean, they're working it right now. It's a 3 and 2, but the two flankers are coming out.
Creed!
Creed, huge flank and huge call to get the backside, but here's going to be the claw, and the claw is going to be the key. He's going to have the last guy. It's going to be Neo on the point here, but he just has to stand on. You know exactly where he is. He's in the bottom. You've got the claw. The claw has to do the work right now. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 important gunfight, but Neo will lose it, and Mont will have life. But, I mean, like I said at the start, Mont has just looked a little bit better on the map right now. But the gunfights, I mean, just Ducks have been frying, and we heard it in the comms there when Creed got that 3-piece. They were just like, man, he's just cracked, and that's what you feel playing against a team like this, is what you should be feeling all the time. These gunfights should be some of the most difficult ones in Europe to win, as we're going to see the opener here come out, and now
Creed
it's going to be the big one here at the side. Creed is continuing to win gunfights in isolation. Now Storm is on the backside here. He's going to win a gunfight in the spawn and actually get a nice pinch off onto Feints, but no comms are going to come through. Either that or Feints just completely doesn't hear it and turns around, or doesn't turn around. Now Storm's in a really nice position. Here's Creed. He has to win a huge one. He's going to put him in the dirt, but Veer, he's going to trade it out up top, and now we've got control now for the side of Ducks. They're in the middle of the map there. They're working. Right now, the defense is tied, but we got Yaya pulling out a big purifier. We'll see if he can convert this. He's pushing up into the con area. He's going to narrowly miss just a couple guys, but the purifier will come through. Back up to the middle map, and he'll get taken down. For the time being now, we've got no time being stopped by Creed on the backside. Neo up top just gatekeeping a little bit, but the big TAC 5 wave is going to come through. And Neo...
Almost butched that one.
By the skin of his teeth, he will, but now the spawn trap is coming through, and it's looking very, very good for Mont.
It is looking very good. 25 seconds left to go. Can the kills come through? The TAC 5 says no. Bahim's got a Freddy, and I'm sure he's going to bank on holding that one for a rainy day. Obviously, you've got to win this one still, so 15 seconds left to go. We saw this round flip on its head the first time around for the defending side. If you're Icemont, you need to hold the fort down. If you're the side of FA Ducks, I don't think there's a chance here. Now it's the last push. Creed trying to get on the hill, winning big gunfights here in key moments. Feints now, last one up on the B site. Creed's gonna get dropped. Yaya has opened up a new line of life here on the A side, but there's no respawns. 3 bodies left here for the FA Ducks in the defense. Looking like a better chance here in the second time, but they got to take down Yaya, bro. You feed him one by one, he's going to eat all day. 0 seconds as the clock expires. 23 for Creed. He went down guns blazing. But we are all tied up, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2. FA Ducks on the defense. Icemont looking to find another attacking round win. Both have done it once apiece. But you said it earlier. Icemont looked better on this map. They've looked like they had a little bit more objective focus. Is that going to be the case here in this next round?
Yeah, offensively, they've looked so much better, and it's because of this. It's because Ducks just continues to give them mid-map control. They're trying to play through top, but they're losing the gunfights. And if we're the side of Mont, we're 3 rounds now, working on 3 rounds in a row. We've got 2 back-to-back as Zaka's in a position where he can potentially trade. Important operators to take note of. We've got the Vortex now coming out. Zaka's 1 kill away from the Annihilator. There you go. He has it. And now it's going to be the Claw for Storm, but the Claw will get taken out. Super important kill there to stop that from getting any kind of value here. And now the round kind of seems to slow down continuously over and over again. We're seeing Mont in the position middle map and actually getting ticks converted. But the biggest part of this game so far that I think hasn't been chatted about enough is that Fahim actually used that Predator missile with 5 seconds left to go in the previous round.
Rip.
That might actually come back to bite them right now. So we got Jace, 2 kills for them, but Jace has the TAC 5. We really need to see a super key TAC 5 wave here to get a tick onto this A site, get that capture. And actually transition that really nicely. We need to look for a cap and then an instant stack onto B to make the best of this life advantage here. When is Jace gonna invest this TAC 5? He's gonna invest it right now. That's gonna be the big wave here for the side of Mont. Now they're gonna win 2 kills very nicely. Fahim's gonna win a big one here, but we gotta kill Neil on the back. Neil's the most important kill on the map. Here's gonna be Storm. You gotta get the comms turning around as we have Neil up top. He's gotta be killed here. He's gotta be found. And it's only going to be now Jace on the point. The cap will come through, but Neil is still up there, making sure that he is locking down and making sure that he is making this top incredibly uncomfortable for the other side. He's still up here.
Oh, he is just feasting.
Storm will get caught here in Veer. Now he's got the claw. He'll finally go down. And the claw will go down. Whoa, totally different round now.
Totally different round now. Let's go ahead and see if the defense can hold on for dear life. It is a 7-11. They've got the player advantage. They got streaks popped. They got a few operators. Let's go ahead and dial in with the side of FA Ducks.
They have a LL, they have a...
I'm flanking their spawn.
I'm dropping.
One bottom dead. One more bottom, one L.
P4. He's going snowy. Can we push this? Can we push snowy?
Come.
Top dead.
One was snowy.
3 dies, they have 3 dies. Chill.
Yes, snowy. Come, servers, one shot.
Pushed up where?
Deflect that. It could be top, I think. Yeah, I said something like that.
I'm watching top.
It is all down to one. Jace, the last hope. 1v7, 30 seconds on the clock, back against the wall. He is stuck in the spawn. Zim. This one turned on its head real quick, and the defense not having it this round.
I mean, some really key mistakes here. This one's pretty much all but done. So we can get into talking about this. But Fahim, and with 5 seconds left in that previous defensive round, he used his Predator missile where, Ducks had no ticks on any of the points. It was like 10 seconds left. They were down like 20 lives or some crap like that. And he still used his Predator missile, so terrible streak usage there from Fahim. I'd actually go as far as to say that potentially maybe has lost them the game. You really need that Predator missile to, clear that space open. And then on the other side, we get into the final round, and you see Veer's Pred, it gets a triple. You see Creed, another player, I believe, on this team, used a Predator missile. It got a double kill. The Preds were really the big separating factor, and just using that at such a terrible time if you're Fahim, it's going to cost you guys big space on the map. But in totality, we looked and we saw this map. This is not a map that typically offensively is played very well, but we saw Mons like consistently. Yeah, they played it very well. They consistently, they were getting the first point capped with ease, it looked like. And that wasn't their problem. Their problem was that they'd get the cap. You've got a life lead, you've got a time lead. All you've got to do now, manage the clock, pace your waves. Manage the clock, pace your waves. And they just got impatient. When you get impatient against a team like this that can win these gunfights in these high prowess 1v1 gunfights, you're going to struggle. I mean, we went into those comms with Ducks. They're chilling. Neil again just being a very positive force. And then we finally are starting to go into their comms and hear them actually calm and sound like a team that's in Mobile Mayhem that's actually trying to win matches.
They actually sound like a vetted team.
Yeah, they sounded calm. They sounded like they've been in this position before. They had the experience, and this is a big win for them. Maybe not against the highest quality of opponent in Mont. Mont is still coming on. No disrespect to Mont, but for a team like this, you got to get one of these under your belt, and you gotta start to build that confidence. This is gonna go a long way for them.
This is gonna go a long way. Right now, we'll take a look at the post action report. Veer coming in chat. Get quacked, he says. Icemont 36-28, an absolute beast of a performance. After kind of a mid-performance there in the hard point. Followed up when it mattered the most. Brad iOS coming through with a 10 tier 1 gifted subs. 2 huge shout out. Super excited about that one. Absolutely appreciate it. If you got a gifted sub from Brad iOS, tell her she's OP and that she is the best. Thank her for that one. Now, as we're going to go ahead and head back to the booth. Deanna, I know you're fixing your hair right now. I didn't catch that on camera, but I should have probably. No, look, you're looking marvelous for Valentine's Day right now. We were getting Cupid to come through early for some absolute epic gameplay for COD Mobile, am I right?
Yes, yes. It was a very good game, as you guys predicted. It was a 2. Well, we had a 3 game. Our first game was actually. We had 3 games, right? We finally had the control, and I'm actually very excited for it. We did have a strong hardpoint on the side of. I'm just checking if I'm muted or not. Sometimes I just forget myself muted. But yeah, we started with a very good hardpoint on the side of Iceman. They did have a very good control. They did have spawns, and overall they managed to actually get the control and get the first on most of the points, right? We actually finished the first set of hills having them in a lead, pushing towards the second set of hills. They still maintained that lead even if Ducks tried to get close. They did that, but was not enough. And then P3 was open with a good read on the side of Icemont, and they were all on the point. They, I think, needed like 5 more points, and they were all in the trailer, having that good control, having not letting anyone to actually going in and manage to win. Zaka was the MVP, 1:03 on the point and 44 kills, right? Going into the S&D, it was another story, right? Because in S&D, it was all about FA Ducks. They started and won the first round. They had a very good attack, right? They managed to get good positions and they won the first round. Moving towards the second one, Icemont won it, but then that was the first and the last round that they won in this S&D, because Ducks actually managed to win all of the rounds because of the kills, because of the position, and overall they rushed, they got the kills, important kills, and felt like Icemont had they had difficulties in that S&D, right? It was a 7-0, and Creed was the one with 12 kills. And going into the control, again, we started very strong on the side of Ducks, right? They got the first 2 rounds. Even if in the first round Icemont pushed on the A side, you guys were so surprised. They all jumped on the A side. I managed to cap enough from that side, but it was not enough for the round to actually been on the side of Icemont. The first rounds were won by Ducks. In the third one, we saw Icemont started to get a little spawn trap, started to get some kills, managed to win the round, and then the next one too. But the fifth one was the most important, because Ducks managed to actually capitalize their operators and also their score streaks and managed to actually win with an advantage. So yeah, finishing this control, we had Viri on 36 kills, him being the MVP. So overall, it was a great first matchup. Having 3 games is always exciting. But we're gonna take a short break, right? And we're gonna be ready for the second game, that is actually the third one because of the forfeit. And we're gonna be right back after we hear a word from our sponsor Grilla and Code Mobile. and welcome back. Indeed, we had a short break, but we are ready for the second game of tonight. This is gonna be Enigma versus 31ers, and I'm actually really excited for this. And I do know both of our casters are excited too. So, Sim, do you have any predictions?
It's kind of hard to kind of look at 31ers and say that they're not going to do very well. You know, we've seen Enigma, they're at the bottom of the, or they're towards the bottom of the standings. I don't think that they're currently in position right now for a playoff seed. I think they're hovering 6th or 7th, one of those two. If I just looked at the standings real quick, we'd see them definitely second half of the league. But yeah, they're 8th right now. They've only got 20 points. And, you know, 31er has had just incredible series after incredible series. There's no reason to believe that they wouldn't just continue that. We've got a hard point standoff. They don't have good side, but this is one of those that you can play both sides from. They can most certainly win a standoff. We've seen them do it against a variety of different teams, and that we know for certain that this team can win an S&D. So I think this is a 2-0 for 31er.
How about you, Verdict?
I'm going to continue to go against the grain. Why? Because I like this 31ers team. So far, they've proven that they can hang toe-to-toe with the best in EU. As a matter of fact, they smacked 117 last week. They made it look good, and they came in chat and they were like, why does Verdict continuously speak ill of our team? Like, why does he say that they're underdogs? Because you're still underdogs. And you got to continue to ride that wave. You can't get too, like, antsy. This is a matchup that you could certainly lose at least one of these maps like that. We know the talent that Enigma brings to the table. Hell, they've taken down the Kings in a Search of Troy on this map that we're going to be playing here in this best 3. Is it possible that we see this 31ers team get upset? Absolutely. But do I think that they could also come through and handle business? I hope so, because I have high hopes for this team. And I'll continue to preach this underdog story, as we haven't seen anybody really compete in a major event outside of Stage 4. Nobody on this team has. As a matter of fact, nobody in this lobby has.
We've seen
except
Gore,
for Lydia. Gore didn't play in Stage 5. They played in Stage 4.
No, not Stage 5.
They played in Stage 4, but that was it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to continue to say this is an underdog team, and we're going to continue to say that they have potential to get better, and they just need to come out and handle business. So I won't say it's a 2-0, but I will say I am favoring the 31ers.
I mean, a lot of youth here. We've seen Zed for sure in the past. He's played in Stage 4s as well. I think he was on that Clash team. Nutella, I believe Nutella's a freshly 18 talent. I think that he's like now non-age restricted. Don't know much about Legacy. Like I said, I only know one Legacy and Aether as well, but a little bit of experience on the side of 31, and maybe that's kind of the key. You've got a little bit of a blend between some Stage 4 experience and some new guys, and you know, obviously just passion. At this point, if you're 31ers though, the highlight for me, yes, you're an underdog and you're still very much like making your way. We favor you in this series, so when you get into these positions, when you're an underdog, when you are an underdog, winning a series is not enough. Like at this point, you're trying to like break the mold from up and coming team to, okay, I'm here, I'm solidified.
Yes.
And what you need to do is you need to handle your business when you're playing against a team that's in the bottom quarter of the league or whatever. You need to win 2-0, and you need to win 2-0 convincingly. At this point, like I said, winning a series 2-1 or whatever, just kind of scraping by, it's not enough. If you're a team like 31er and you think that you've got a you know, shot at the title, you need to lock in one of the number 1 and 2 seeds. And right now, just off how it looks, Kings is not going away. They're going to continue to win matches, and Animus right now, they look like they're running away with the number 2. With the number 1 seed. So
okay,
it's a battle right now for the number 2 seed. It seems we've got a matchup between Kings and Animus coming up in the season, but this is definitely going to be a really important one for them to keep up their pace.
Obviously, we have both teams here in the lobby, and I'm gonna go over the maps very fast. We're gonna start with a hardpoint on standoff, followed by an S&D on rain, and if you're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a control on firing range. We do have Slums Band on the side of 31ers, and also Summit on the side of Enigma. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to see this matchup. So I'm gonna be right back after this game. Good luck, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, best of 3 has been displayed on screen for everyone to see. You already know what's up ahead of us. It's a hardpoint standoff, as Zim has mentioned. We'll continue to mention this 31ers team is on the rise. They're on the come up. They have not solidified themselves, in my opinion. I think you still need a few games of Mobile Mayhem is not enough to say, hey, you've got to, start counting us as top tier teams, right? And that's my only combatant to the comments that I saw in chat last week. Put your money where your mouth is, and we'll put our money where our mouth is, and we'll back out of the lobby. Good night, bro. No pink, no mames. I thought that was only an NA thing.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these guys in the league for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just have a good season and you're like, we're a top team now. No, definitely not. We've seen General Gore for a long time in the league, and he's always been on mid teams. We've seen Zed on, quite honestly, pretty bad teams. I don't know, like I said, I don't know very much about Nutella and Co, but we've seen Denisha on some decent squads. We've seen Lydia on really good squads.
Really good squads.
She went to a stage 5. I don't know much about HBC, but something strikes me familiar about him. I think that we've seen him before, but there's definitely not super high profile, besides Lydia, players in this lobby. I guess you could say General Gore's in that next tier. I don't know if I'd say General Gore's premier yet, but he looks premier this season, so we'll see if they can keep up their pace. We got hardpoint on standoff. We got a red side for the side of Enigma, which tells me that that Enigma is team 2, right? Enigma's team 2. So this is 31ers map pick. You gotta win 2-0 because that control is, you're not gonna get defense.
All right, well, here we go. All predictions out the window. The action's about to start here as Courtyard is about to be an absolute bloodbath. HBC opening up with 1 Aether. Not sure what happened there, buddy, but we'll just give you the benefit of the doubt as I wasn't spectating it. Zorky now the new addition to this roster as well. As HBC, they're looking to make their debut here in a big fashion now as 2 pieces galore. So you see yellow across the screen. Nutella finally able to get the first blood, but he's quickly traded. 31ers right now are in a slump here in P1, and they are getting out-cooked, out-gunned, out-rotated, out-slayed, you name it. But it's still young. I mean, there's only 30 seconds into this point. 25 has been collected for the side of Enigma, and 31ers now just finally starting to get clicking. I'm kind of speechless. There's no way that you come out swinging last week, and this is how we start a hard point.
Top opener there for Aether. I think he threw a nade at the car.
And it bounced.
And just kind of kept running. And then, yeah, it bounced and blew up and it killed him. Unlucky, but we're going to actually recover a little bit of the P1 there. Not too big of a deficit. We do have 20 to about 25 point lead now for the side of Enigma. Important to highlight that Brixta is actually not in the lineup today. So whether or not that makes them better or worse, we have seen Brixta do really well in the S&Ds, but struggle on the hard point. So maybe this is an angle that we're kind of going at. Get Brixta out of the hard point. Get a different player in, see if we can get a little bit more consistency. Yes, golly. Zorky's gonna spit on 2 guys right there. And they're gonna break the hill. But yeah, maybe Brix is planning for the hard point. Maybe we see her coming for the S&D. So we open up on the scoreboard right now. It looks like that's gonna be number 3. Etsy having a really, really good go at it. Denisio starting really hot, 6-1. We got a little bit of a slow start for the side of Lydia. She was sitting at 1, but now Team Enigma, they're going to convert a nice bit of time here, and soon we're going to see a rotation.
Yep, over to Big Blue we go. 15 seconds left to go. Scraps are going to be fought for here from Nutella, but it's a losing effort as the spawns are going to be locked down so far. 10 seconds left before this hill is, ready to rock and roll, but a lot of mid-map pressure here now. Etsy going to go ahead and pop TAC 5. It's huge. Lydia looking for the guns on the outskirts. Zorky and HBC, they've been absolutely cooking now. 2 players left standing on the objective. Third coming around, and Zed. Aether is trying to hold on for dear life. HBZ is chucking the whole kitchen sink up top. As the tactician is being felt now, Aether is in a little bit of an oblivion. Chopped up and spit out. And the transition over to P3 might have favored the side of 31ers, but it's Enigma absolutely just dominating this retake and making it look good now as HBC is going to be able to pop the claw out. Man, oh man. Big P3 opening spoiled here early on as Enigma coming through, absolutely swinging Zim. My God. What is going on? 31ers not looking like what we saw of it here in recent games history.
I mean, I think it's a combination of 2 things. I think that you know, unfortunately, the last couple hard points, Brixta has had tough starts, you know? She's kind of been very inconsistent in those openers, and, you know, if we look on the other side now, this time it's going to be Lydia, but a little bit more consistency from that other player. This may be opening them up and getting them a nice bit of rhythm, as we're going to see Zorky. Zorky's been playing really, really nicely.
Cooking.
I don't know if he... Is he a rookie?
No, he's played several multiple mobile mayhem.
Okay, so he's been around.
He's been around the block. I don't think I've seen him cook like this before though. Right now
he's definitely taking the next step. I think he's coming into his own right now. But I think it was that opener, as we have General Gore here coming out for a really nice pinch here, the claw to convert as well. But that opener there was just kind of tough. You start on the bad side as well, as bad opener, bad side. I think it's a little bit forgivable. We'll kind of see, and we'll come back around after this last little bit of scrap time on the market, how they look in the second set. Because at that point, there's no excuses. It's all transition, it's all flow, it's all rhythm. Going into a P1, P2, P3, like by the time the next blue hill ends, if we don't see 31er in the lead, we can definitely start to say, okay, what's the problem here? But for the time being, Zorky right now, he's in the hill and he's absolutely winning the gunnies. He's gonna pull out the crossbow. Whoops! With Europe and these crossbows. Just a couple seconds left. We're now in the P1. Big transition here. It's gonna be Etsy with the TAC 5 wave. Zatella has the Purifier. He can make it work here. He's got the Purifier H2O. This thing has more range, 100%. We're gonna have a couple kills now. Lit it up.
Oh my god.
He's gonna burn a couple guys there. And good time there for the side of Enigma. And
but
now
here
we're gonna
comes
have a response Purifier from Lydia.
I like to call it the Super Soaker. It's the Purifier H2O, right? I mean, it's the power of water. It's got a little bit more range, a little bit more versatility, a little bit more duration. I don't think it's pay to win. It's absolutely disgusting, right? And it looks better than the fire too, right? It's been a fire opener here in P1. Let's go ahead and hear how the comms are sounding. As we dive in for our first listen in, we're gonna go ahead and jump in with Enigma to see how this P1 to P2 connection goes.
Broken legacy. We need to go for net. Broken net. Touchy dead. He push farm.
Go back, Ali.
One farm, defarm.
One top market. Top market.
Dump. I'm pushing.
I'm smoking for him.
They have the tack.
I got backfire. One top market still. He's in the corner.
Back, Ali dead.
Market dead.
More guys inside grass.
Back. I'm watching your top market.
I'm popping Granny.
Go back.
Chloe dead. Back dead.
Red dump.
Chloe dead, sir.
Push point.
Top flat. Only one top flat.
One shot top flat.
Top flat.
One more bottom. Nice, good shit.
I got your phone.
Two more coming.
Dump.
Great coordination on getting the break here in this P2 side, but it's not enough to make it stick right now. Hanging on for dear life. It is the side of 31 as they're locked and loaded. They're starting to heat up a little bit, but that was a brutal amount of time to give up on a P1 reset, Tim.
It was, and you pretty much get 30 for 30 on the P2, so now this transition really means everything, but Enigma's leading it. And, you know, we brought up the question at the start of the game. I said, let's cut him a little bit of slack until we get to the deeper part of the rotation here, but now we're at that stage and they're still in the deficit and they're still losing the transition here. So finally we're gonna get a SWAT team come through that window, but Nutella has to win a big one. He'll convert it. Just the important gunfights. Okay, finally we're starting to see 31er actually get a nice wave for them, but that is gonna be the TAC 5 wave coming out for the side of Enigma. It's gonna fall short just a little bit, but we got Zorky in the deep, and now an opportunity here. General Gore has the Annihilator. He's got to convert one. He's gonna knock Lydia off of that head glitch right there, but a big kill now for General
Gore.
He's gonna kill Zorky here, and he has another opportunity here with two guys coming on the bottom. Let your teammates do the work. We got people coming in from the barrel. It's gonna be contested, and my emulator has crashed. I'll take over.
Oh man, I got you. Claw pop Legacy, absolutely clutch here on this rotation. Big Blue's a lockdown. The deficit's gonna be covered. 177 counted. Last little bit of trickle time's gonna go their way as a early setup for the P4 rotation. You can already see Enigma trying to get over there as, you know, things are starting to get out of hand. P3 is a lockdown. Big Blue look pretty damn good here for 31ers now. As we've heard the comms of the sounds of Enigma, let's go ahead and dive in a second time. This time around, we're going to go ahead and jump in with the 31ers. Let's see if they can get the job done here on the break in P4.
Boxes. Guys,
Ich bin besser, fucking Junge.
Easy.
Ich hab Gas, der müsste.
Mit Tank.
Tracker dead, hab ich.
Ich hab Boxes.
Komm, Factory,
Einer der müsste.
über dir,
Einer in Farm.
Ich hab Farm,
Ich hab Top.
Ich bin jetzt überplayt, ich baue Traktor. Einer Box ist dead, hab es. Fucking shit.
Boxes.
Ich hab in der Mitte.
Ich hab Farm.
Okay, ich hab eure Boxes. Ich bin
low, halte mein Farm, ich bin low.
Top Market.
2 Meter.
Ich bin low,
Einer noch. Wir gewinnen hier, Jungs. Einer kämpft rein, was rechts.
Der ist low hier.
Easy, dead. Einer noch Farm.
Philipp.
Boy, they are not feeling it. Those comms are fierce. They were vigilant right now. They put up a hefty P3 to P4 rotation. Big Blue, it's a big market, and ladies and gentlemen, only 5 seconds needed to close this one out. Make it 4 as that timer extends over to P1. Reset looking like it might be this game is over. And what was looking good, it's 169. Literally haven't collected a single point after P2.
Yeah.
It's done. 250 to 169.
That was
Wow.
literally gonna be my next thing. Is like, they took the lead. P2, they had what was it? It was 160 to like 110, and then 31er kind of collected like 20 points of scrap time. It was a 30-point deficit for 31er going into blue, and then from there, not another second. Absolutely stonewalled them and put it up. And then we went into those comms, man, and like,
high energy.
I just gotta say, like, if you can't look at the gameplay and like them on the map and say, okay, like this is a team that I want to follow, which by the way you should be looking at 31ers this season and saying they look really good on the map, but you know there were points on that map where maybe you weren't saying that. But if you can't do that, if you can't look at them and get behind them based on what you see, you can always go into those comms, and if they're common like that against a team like that, I mean, this is a team that's in they're in the back half of the league. You know what I'm saying? We've hopped into comms with Animus where they played this same exact team, right? And they were just going through the motions. But we go up against a 31er here. We hop into their comms, and it's diligent, it's vigilant, they're trying to win. They are absolutely firing on all cylinders. And you know, you gotta scratch your head a little bit if you're calming that way and you're engaged the entire time, but you still kind of go out flat a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of a problem, but you know, only criticism I have, aside from the first half of that game, so when we went into that, it needs to be a little more, you know, there's a distinct line you have to draw between super like engaged comms and things like that, and then it gets a little messy. You need to clean it up a little bit. You need to make sure that you can definitely hear all of the important information, and definitely make sure that when the important stuff is coming out, that is sounding important, as opposed to like this like high threshold of everything sounding up here. You know what I'm saying? Because then when
it's like before you send your kids off to school, man, you gotta groom them, right? You gotta groom those comms, okay? Before you take these kids to school. Yeah, before you take these kids to school and school them here in standoff, right? Obviously, I'm trying to make something out of nothing there, but you gotta groom the comms. Comms were high energy, high intense.
It's great,
but it could use a little brush up.
I
love the energy though, and I think that's the one thing that I go for. I go for a vibe check whenever I do a listen in. I don't necessarily listen to the words that they're saying unless something just absolutely pops out. Not a lot popped out, you know, other than those high vibes. And for a team that was, I wouldn't say struggling, they were, you know, they were starting slow in some of those rotations. The break there in the P3 where they got the early setup, it was just disaster after disaster. And they braced themselves for impact rolling into that second set of hills. It was damn near flawless from the second half of P2 all the way down to the P3 complete and a full 60 off of P4. You can't get any better off that, right?
Yeah.
31ers coming through. They're putting their money where their mouth is. They're making us, you know, keep our eyes on their radar. And they did it on the backs of not really slaying out either. I mean, Aether went 18 and 26, but had 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the hill. And your top frag had a 26 and 33. Like, you got outslayed heavily, but you did not get outplayed in these rotations. And that's what's most important.
This is what allows them to go up against the top teams in the region so far and do well. It's that it's not a superstar show by any one individual. At least it doesn't look that way. Guys are, you know, if guys have a good map, great. We'll work off of the back of that. If we're not having a good map, okay, let's play the hot hand. Who's doing the best? who's doing the best of the bunch. Let's give them the opportunity to go and maybe make some of the plays, and the rest of us will pick up the slack on the objective. And they're doing that not just against a team like Enigma, but they're doing that against the 117s. They're doing that against the Ducks. They're doing that against all of these guys, and still yet have been challenged really to the extent that we may see other top teams play against the likes of other top teams as well. The jury's still out. I won't be completely sold, although it looks really good.
That's the word.
I won't be completely sold until we see them play against an Animus and a Kings. I don't know how those scrims are going. I haven't seen them, but I need to see that in a league match before I'm like, okay, this might be a team that's got their hat thrown in potentially for the 3rd seed in Europe, or even better, because this kind of team is the team that can do better. They can sneakily place really high, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Okay, can't count Enigma out early. Didn't do it in the hardpoint, obviously. Can't count out 31ers either. Obviously, they brought their A game in the second half of that performance. Damn near flawless rotations over to the from Big Blue to Big Market. Certainly, we're looking at the Search and Destroy, where we've seen upsets come through here on this map. We've also seen some pretty immaculate gameplays from both teams in Raid. So we'll see who's going to be standing tall. Here's the chance for a 2-0 and another great start to a week here for 31ers. Will Enigma have what it takes to fight back and go to distance here in this series? Going to need it here. They found success early on in the season against the Kings team, who are a little bit of a slump, right? You take a DQ, obviously it has a little bit of a toll on the comms, has a little bit of toll on the mental. Right now, all things are out the window. We're going to let the teams play it out here as we get geared up for it. First round's already started, and we are hitting the pools early here in Raid.
Good so far. Right now we got Zorky on the entrance here. He's waiting for the smoke, but I mean the util there looks really good. Only thing that wasn't looking really good there is that Zorky with the bomb went in by himself. No support from the rest of the team. Gotta work out on the timing there a little bit here. Bomb's in a really compromising position. We've got Nutella in the site.
Oh, Lydia.
He's just gonna hold that down, but nice kills are gonna come out on the backside. Lydia's got 3.
Oh!
So far, Etsy, golly, he hit a really nice one there, and we got Nutella now. 1 versus 2 position. You know where the bomb is? I love this wrap because you're gonna get that information. The bomb's picked up. Okay, now you know that he's on the site. You've got a smoke in your hand. You know that you can potentially make a play. They're probably gonna plant for this pool. So when you come onto this staircase here, you just gotta find one on the bar, and he's gonna see that scope in position here. Now Etsy, really nice slide snipe, is gonna get a hit marker. Or was that a pistol? I don't know.
That was a pistol. That was 100% a pistol.
Yeah, they're gonna flip the map here. I gotta love this comm here, but I don't know why. Lydia, why are you looking top when just seconds ago your teammate shot him on the pool area?
He's been
what the heck?
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a bad play, right? They got the job done, but obviously, your teammate gets a confirmed hit on a player who was mid, and then you don't see that player forever. All right, get the job done. Zim's a savage right now.
That was a good one.
Savage of a bounce back. That was a 2v5 clutch there for Lydia and Etsy. They put the team on their back here in the opening round. That gives the advantage. This one looked like a losing effort. Right now, it's Zed. Only then, if he could have found those two, it might have been the big gains. Etsy was one of the players that got shut down, or got the shutdown from last round, but lives to tell the tale here in this round now. 2-for-1 trades coming in. Zed's out. Lydia, I mean, a massive frag. 3-piece off the rip. Got to put this team back on 2 game in this first opening round. Now, payoff round, 3v4 scenario. Minute 18 on the clock. 2 players holding the A Fortress down. You got one in the Sniper's Perch and Legacy who has not found anybody just yet, but there are 2 players lurking right here on the bar headies. And you got Zorky holding up the rear now. His shots are going to come through, giving away the locations, and kind of love the approach here, but it's taken too long to develop. I mean, you were already a minute in this round. You really haven't found the trades to open up the floodgates to either of these points. And you got some damn good positioning for the defense. We'll see if the setup can pay off now as they hit back through the garage site. It's a long hit. Is it going to pay off, Sim?
I mean, you said the best thing there. I mean, General Gore, just the position here. I mean, look at literally everything being held right now. Nutella on the core, that's locked down. We have the sniper's nest looking all of pool. So this is a 3-lane map. You eliminate the variables. But the other sniper cross map is General Gore's going to pick up 2. And then you have Aether. Every single lane was locked down. The pool was. The top side driveway was completely locked down. Then you had that sub really deep in. And I'm not going to lie, another characteristic that is just like so present in top-notch teams in the world is that patience in search, realizing where that space is and like exploiting it. They did that and they didn't move. They found the space, they didn't move. General Gore's really cooking right now with the sniper. He's opening it up right now, and I love it. Get a kill, back up. Get a kill, back up. Legacy gets a nice snipe. We back it up, we reposition the map, and now once again, let's find the space, let's lock it down, and let's get back into controlling all of these lanes. Just a little bit of greed from Aether. 8C will catch a nice one with the sniper rifle, but we're going to look at General Gore not too far back in the position, and take a look at Zed. He's right behind this team on the flank right here. He's going to see a nice one onto Etsy. He'll see the bottom one on HPC and get the tags onto Etsy. They know where the information is, so now the collapse can come through. But the pistol, that's going to be Legacy. He's up top. A nice pinch now from the side, and the Renetti will kill, and I love it. I love the comms. I love the positioning on the map. I love the trading. I love the patience. I love the routes. Everything is really looking good for them.
Yeah, Zed was so sneaky, bro. I couldn't even tell where he was at, bro. You said Zed's on the flank, and I'm like, oh, this is for free. Look at him. He's downside a garage, right in front of the driveway, hunting him home. Nobody there to answer the door promptly, so he had to take things on his own hands. Brute force push. Zorky finding 2, make it 1. Denisio gonna be able to clear the path there for the B site. Ring is compromised. Gore, your top frag's gonna get dropped. This odds I'm not liking. Legacy, though, trying to even things up. Zorky gets a slide peek for the intel. Look at the wrap here from Nutella as he's made it all the way through. Zorky gonna be able to take the head down. HBC's gonna take the clearance on the backside support, and now it's all down to Zed. 1v4 with 30 seconds left to go. He's got a lock and load. Etsy's right here on the outskirts of laundry. Hey, I just want to do my my dryer real quick. Can I reset the time? No, you cannot. Zed says. Brings it down to a 2-player scenario here. HBC up top. Almost gets caught dead on the mantle. Lydia putting some work in on the damage. Gets the kill. And that's the first kill we've seen from her since the first round. And a great way to close this one out. 2 for 2 we go. 2 more rounds left on the attack here. And that was a much better approach. Deal with the demons up front. And then you just wait for the players who are lurking or, you know, going for those back flanks later on. Awesome B-side hit.
And there's the chink in the armor. I think they found something here. You're catching them and you're punishing them for playing aggressively without their teammates up front. And then just the lack of creativity there in that round on the flank. The timing just really wasn't dynamic at all. And they kind of just sniffed it out immediately. Right now we have Zed, though, in a really nice position. He'll catch Denisio, but don't give him the chance to turn on you, because we know Denisio can do that kind of thing. So we've got only then. Now he's going to get into red. I don't like that at all. You've got a man advantage. Don't move. Also, getting into red without your teammate kind of tease a little bit. But Nutella will clean up another play on the other side, and not really liking this offensive look for the side of Enigma either. We've got too much of a spread, but we're having now a lot of mid-map control here. We'll finally transition that into some kind of semblance of like us being on the same page, as we've got Nutella getting 2-piece right there inside of the kitchen. Now it's just going to be General Gore. He's got the benefit of knowing exactly where the bomb is. The sniper, you got to see him in the connector area there. Oh, I'm sorry, the sniper's nest. But again, you got the bomb down, so just confirm that once again, one more time. You got Zorky on the other side, but he's now in the ring. Sniper's in a really tough position here. You got to pull that pistol out, see if you can get a little bit of a consistent shot here, but with the DOQ in hand, you're going to have to hit the first one. He's going to miss that, but Lydia's going to try to punish him from the, what is that?
The pillars,
yeah,
pillars.
The pillar, yeah, the pillar.
Yeah.
It won't go through.
Hey, you know what? They cleaned it up.
Good to go.
Enigma striking, putting up 3 so far here on the attack. Last round there as things, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, that was about as organized as a hoarder's house, like, right? I mean, there was no way that we saw that one going, you know, in the favor of Enigma. Lo and behold, the disorganized, well-coordinated at the same time play panned out. Right now, 2 for the price of 2 as we see the A-side hit coming through. Gore's trying to shut it down. Lydia says, hell no, she's cooking. 9 on board feeling a bit wasted after that hardpoint loss. Right now is a perfect opportunity for you to strike. Aether and Zed, last one's live. They're going to go ahead and couple up now as we've got the bomb made its way over. It's already been hit onto the A side. You got a beautiful prediction of a read here on the setup. These guys definitely going to be coming from that laundry site. And you can see 2 holding the rocks. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. Nobody in laundry. They're cleaning out the house, but Lydia's already spotted them and tagged them up. Zorky here to hold down the tree heady. You're walking into a trap, homie. They have no idea what we're about to hit. We'll see if they can make something miraculous happen, though, as they're wasting a lot of time clearing all out odds and ends. Now, Zorky in prime position gets shut down. Aether's good for 1, but Etsy, you're returning rookie of the split from last season, putting on a clinic for the 2-piece. 4-2 now as we've switched sides. Tempo is at an all-time high for this Enigma team, but this is exactly what happened in the hardpoint, right? We get to the second half of the series. Things get a little dicey. Is this where we see General Gore and the boys over at 31ers reel it back in? Oh, hello! Honey, I'm home! Kitchen side shutdown. Gore is just teeing off right now.
I mean, the last time we seen these guys on raid, it was actually the offense that they were able to do fairly well on. We looked at their offense, we said the utility was good, the reading was good, the spacing was good. And even though those first couple rounds were really solid on that defense, they kind of fizzled out in the end there. Flashes of excellence, but not any flashes of any long-standing consistency, as we got a lot of space, but we're just trying to bite off a little bit too much. Remember that if you want to take that next step, you need to make sure that you're looking good in search. This is probably the most important game mode in all of Call of Duty. This game mode is sacred, and you really need to be making sure that you're taking care of your lives, taking care of your opportunities here. Is nice. Bomb is going to go down. Nice 2-piece is going to happen, and a clean offensive round here is going to get transitioned. We're going to go 3-4, and now we're into the tie round. We got to equalize it if we are the side of 31er here. We'll look on the back of General Gore to try to get a nice opener here. We'll see what the bomb call is. It's going to be a pull hit right over here. So key factor to this one is going to be backside protection. You really need to be making sure that your guys aren't pinching, and that's what we're going to have it right there. We got Legacy on the pool heady, not making sure anybody from that stairs comes through for free. We got full backside protection, full poolside protection. That's going to be HBC just in that sniper's nest, and Denicio will pick up a nice one here. But the bomb is down, and he'll get ripped off the heady. Now the backside pro is gone. We've only got Nutella here to weather the storm. That's going to be Zorky. He'll catch it. And not only then, that's going to be Zed. He has to kill Etsy here. That's the sniper in the money area. Just tagged up, but now the bomb site's compromised. Lydia's going to get caught there. And no trades are going to come through. Nutella in the great position here. He's going to pick up 3 on the round. And now he's got the bomb down in great position for him. Etsy now has the sniper rifle, so it's a tough shot for the side of Nutella to hit, but he's got to play this time. Etsy looking. Can't find the last player, but that's going to be Nutella on the heady. And Nutella will go for 4 there. That was a great round.
Great round for Nutella. Spread just coming through. Absolutely beautiful here in this raid A-side hit. Got to give it to Etsy, though. Cleared out all ends and ends. He had a sniper, had the right approach. Opted to go for the CBR. The gun, he just wasn't there. The heady absolutely played to a T. A little bit of uncertainty now as we see it. Payoff round. Gore open up with first blood. He has been clinical here in the search or destroy. Paving the road to this B site. Well, there's still somebody there in Etsy. We'll see if they can get onto it now as we see a minute and 30 left on the clock. Not a bit of emotion. They're going to make the defense work for it here. But with all this time being accumulated, you can see Lydia's already made their way up into the middle side, but it's a trap. He is only then takes her down. Etsy's in a prime position to go big, but there's nobody peeking. As soon as I say that, one walks right through. Nutella sliding through, gets the trade, or actually that was Legacy. Able to seal the deal there on that one, and 2 players left standing yet again. As they're going to have to play for the retake. Bomb's going down here at the B side. Aether's got the laundry control, but HBC's up top. Needs to find at least one, can't do it, and leaves Zorky in a practically undoable situation now. As Bomb finally is going to get taken care of. Zorky's already getting spotted. This one is, I mean, you can go ahead and stick a fork in it. There's not a lot of utilities. There's no utilities. As a matter of fact, he's got a CBR, and that's it.
Little slide and a little pop there from Nutella, and they're going to take the lead. They were down 4-1. Let's remember that. And now we're going into this. taking the equalizer round. You've taken the match ahead round, and now we're up 5-4 with just 2 more left. Barring a couple wins from the side of Enigma for overtime. A nice smoke is going to come out through. And that's going to give us the space here to get up on the bar really aggressively, but Nutella will open up another one there onto the kitchen player. That's going to be Lydia. He'll get traded from HBC, but nice positioning now in the middle here. We're going to have to kill pillars. That's going to be Etsy. He'll bail out in the middle area, but surely the comms will come through. Surely Aether will turn around. Aether.
There we go.
Turn around.
Freebie.
He'll kill him. Finally, and the bomb is in a really nice position now. The snipe will come through, and the bomb can go down. It's a 4 versus 2 position.
Yeah. Second half of the series. Again, we'll make note of it. It's been all 31ers. Enigma not putting their best foot forward here on the defense. Much needed one after this one. It's a 1v4. Zorky yet again, last one alive. Clutch or kick, homie. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not happening. Din's going to go ahead and spot you out. Zed's going to go ahead and get the Eagle Chow and the collat there, or the finish. 6-4. We're on series point now as the 31ers get the flip. Let me just tell you, they flipped the switches on here on the attacking side. They're making it look good. It doesn't matter if it's an A side hit. It doesn't matter if it's B side hit. They've been flawless, just like the P3 to P4 connection. This search or destroy is theirs for the taking now. It's an all-out A-side hit. Legacy is going to be able to open up with one. The backside protection's there. And I'm not quite sure what the defense is thinking here. There's nobody on B. They opened the floodgates up for B, but they also left a door wide open at A. Finally, a kill coming through for the yellow side. That is Denicio picking up his first. Lydia's going to be able to open up with one as well. Now it's a little bit of panic. You got 2 players directly on the A side. You got 1 in Zed. Scratch that. None in Zed as he's dropped. Gore and Aether trying to keep the dream alive here of the 7-4 win. Aether wins a big gunfight. But here comes the cavalry. Gore holding his on. Can't do it for 10 more seconds. That's all it took there as the clean kills come through. We're going to live to see another round here as it is going to be 6-5. That much closer to overtime. But still an ample opportunity here for 31ers to close it out.
I mean, they just look like a pack of piranhas, a swarm, whatever they call it.
Maybe that's what they need to do. Like, they need to keep A completely open and just play for the deep spawn.
Just retake.
Retake.
Because the thing is that it doesn't matter if you plant the bomb on A side. If you don't have that full, you got to lean towards one of the sides. You're either playing top or you're playing pool. Like if you get stuck on that court, anybody can retake it when you're pinching, and that's exactly what Enigma did. They did it, beautifully. General Gore is going to open up a really nice kill onto HBC there. The snipers are doing the work. We're on match point right now. They've got a 4 versus 2 advantage here. 4 versus 1 now. It's all up to Denicio. And the defense, it looks like just will fall short, but not quite yet. Denicio has an opportunity here. He's got to get a kill onto Nutella, but he won't convert it, and that's going to be all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. 7-5 win. 31ers still on top here. As they're yet again going to be able to collect those 20 pieces. In the Mobile Mayhem point scheme. They were flawless. They looked a bit questionable in the beginning of that hard point, but it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish, right? It's not about who first to do it. It's about the best to do it, and the best to do it in the hard point and in the search or destroy was clearly the 31ers. Enigma on a little bit of a bad streak here as they take, what is that, their 3rd series loss here of the regular season? Not a great way to go about it. They were head above the shoulders in the competition in challengers, but they cannot find their way out of the weeds here in this one. 15 kills on board for Nutella, 10 apiece for Gore and Zed in a collective unit. I mean, it's just a great search or destroy performance there. Like I said, you get the flip to that attacking side. They look like they didn't lose, 4-1 off the rip. They look like they were in control of the whole series, and that's what it takes to close games out now. Zim, thoughts on that one? Are 31ers starting to, I don't think they're peak form just yet, but they're looking like they're a prime team for, a top 3, top 4 slot, right?
They can maybe make a run at number 2. I think that they can get a first round bye if they continue to. I think if they play against the Kings and an Animus, obviously if you beat one of them, you're locking up the number 2 seed.
Easily.
But if you win a map or 2 on some of those teams, we've seen Kings look dominant, but they're prone to drop a map here and there, and that might bite them. We really need to see a lot more consistency and a lot more just dominance out of the side of Kings on some of these matches. We saw them play against Enigma, and that was kind of like, yo, what's happening? Barring the DQ and all this stuff, yeah, we get all of it. But 31er is definitely a team that can make a run at the number 2 seed. Are they the number 2 seed? No, not right now. And not after playing against Enigma and looking like that to start off. You can't play against a team in the back half of the league and, you know, struggle like that. But on the flip side of that, if we can look beyond it, we saw a team that, you know, when it was time to get the work on, they put the stone wall up and they didn't let that team get another point. And by the end of it, if you didn't watch the entire game, you'd say, wow, a 100-point win for Enigma. Oh, I'm sorry, a 100-point win for 31er. You're like, okay, that's a good win. Now we know different because we watched the game, but you know, some question marks there. As far as the S&D goes, defensively, flashes of really excellent search on the defensive side, flashes of a lot of patience, but offensively, that's where they shined. And you know, for me, Nutella has kind of been the sticking point, the weak point there for this team in the past couple matches. But to see him kind of come into his own in this S&D and have a really good one against a team, by the way, that like that's a team that can win Search, especially when Brix is on the
100%.
When Brix is on the
They've
pool.
won Search on maps like that.
Smash the other team. And we saw them win on Raid in particular. That's a good win, and one that they can continue to build off of. So
yeah,
good.
well, I mean, as much as you'll continue to praise Nutella, I'll continue to stick by my guns. Peanut butter is clearly better, and you know who else is clearly better? It is Deanna. Deanna, tell me, series wrap up. I mean, it was 2-0, said and done. It looked great on paper. It was a 100-point win, but some questionable moments there for the side of 31ers. They came through and got the job done, and that's all that matters, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. After seeing them last week performing so good, right? I was like, I'm not gonna ever say anything. Like, I'm not gonna ever think that maybe they. No,
I'll continue to say it. I'll continue to say it. I'll be that guy.
Yeah. You can be. I can just stay on the side of the winners. You can say whatever you want. You know, I like to win. You know. But yeah, definitely. I was thinking that they're gonna have a 2-0 win or a 2-1, right? Because they performed very good against 117 last week, right? And they're a very strong team, right? And we remember how they played. We had at some point a 4v5 in S&D, and they still won. So yeah, definitely they did amazing last week. And coming into this hard point, they had their struggle in the first set of rotation, right? We had Enigma actually holding a lead, starting with a strong P1, going over the first set of hills. They actually hold the points, right? Hold the lead. But after that, the P1 reset opened with operators and some more time for Enigma, trying to maintain that lead. But the transition for P3 was very good on 31ers. They were first there, managed to get almost a full heal, and then almost locking on that. Obviously, moving towards the P4, it was again very good for them. The transitions were there, and not being such a big difference in the first set of heals of points, they maintained the lead and also getting actually an extended lead, right? Pushing towards the third set of rotations, right? I did saw Nutella holding the OBJ a lot, right? I think we were at P3. He was the whole point there. I think he died once, but he jumped in on the point. I was actually spectating him. And then moving towards the P1 reset, he had the operator ready and he actually killed everyone for the P1. So overall, it was a very good game for him. I believe he was the MVP. He had 26 kills and a lot of OBJ time. He did good overall. And then moving towards the S&D, right? We started with 31ers on the defense side, right? They managed to lose the first round, and then we kind of went back and forth. One round for Enigma, one round for 31ers. So at some point, Enigma picked up 2 rounds, and before we switched sides, it was a 2-4 in favor of Enigma. But then we got them. We got actually 31ers on the attack, and they managed to actually get 3 rounds, right? Managed to get a lead and then win the game. Overall, it was a very good game for Nutella. I did saw Nutella sniping at some point, getting a lot of kills and also general gore, but overall I do believe today was a very good day for Nutella in particular after last week when he was having internet issues. So yeah, definitely a very good game for 31ers and more to come. But yeah, it was a great second game of tonight. We're gonna get a short break and we're gonna be ready for the third and the last matchup of tonight. That's gonna after we take a short break, and we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor Grilla and COD Mobile. Welcome back. We did have a short break, right? But we are here for the third game and the last game of tonight. That's gonna be Kings versus Typhoon. Guys, do you have any predictions? Zim?
Do we have to make a prediction for this one? This is a 2-0.
Okay.
This is a brutal beatdown, but
How brutal?
But it's a 100-point club beatdown, maybe. But I think it's a 100-point club beatdown. This is the kind of map where, I mean, the transition, the rhythm, it's so difficult to catch a team when they're playing well. If Kings plays well on this, we can see this one get out of hand. Now, Rushes isn't playing for Typhoon. I swear to God, everything that I've said for the vast majority of the Mobile Mayhem season, especially with this team, has actually come true. I said last time when I saw these guys play that Rushes was probably going to get benched. Look, straight in a way, I don't know if aimbot is
Yo, is your casting like the coaching that Typhoon needed? Like, they're literally not even coaching, they're just like watching the VOD. Hey, let's mute Verdict's stupid face and let's just listen to Zim. He's got plenty of information for us. Listen, you literally said Captain not to pick up the bomb, and he's no longer the bomb carrier.
Wasn't the bomb carrier.
And now we're talking about Rushes. Like, yeah, Rushes. Get out of here. Yo, goddamn. Man, wow.
Man, I feel so man, if that's true, I feel so bad. No, but this is a 2-0 for Kings. For me, the way that I'll walk away from this series positively if I'm Typhoon is look, get more than 100 points. Okay. And then let's continue to build in the S&D. I don't know what the search is yet. We'll review the map series as it goes. But if we can get some rhythm in the S&D and look like we can piece some stuff together, we don't even necessarily need to win. That'll be a win against one of the best teams in Europe, one of the best teams in the world.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I think Zim hit it right on the head. I think you set baby steps, little milestones, little mile mark, whatever you can. Set the bar as high as you can get it, which is probably about that 100-point club, as Zim mentioned. And you just kind of build from there. This is not a matchup that you go in thinking that you have an opportunity to win. You find the small victories and you celebrate them, and then you go back to you go back to work after that.
I don't know. I feel like you think you need to win. I feel like you think you can win.
I don't think you're devastated if you lose, though, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I think that's the better way to say it. Of course, these teams want to win. They want to. I mean, what better opportunity to really kind of put yourself on the map than playing against Grizz, playing against Spy and Inferno and these guys, and having yourself a good series. But it's definitely a tall task, and Typhoon needs to. They need to recognize at this point that there's no expectation for them to do anything in this series. So we just need to look good, and that's it.
The lobby, I'm gonna go over the maps very quick. We're gonna start with the hardpoint on Hacienda, followed by an S&D on Raid, and if you're gonna get the third game, gonna be a control on Slums. We do have firing range band on the side of Typhoon, and also takeoff on the side of Kings. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys after this series, so have fun.
Alright, Sam, this is it. Typhoon, you have what it takes to take down the Colossal Giants and the Kings. We're gonna see brutal nightmares of being 100-point clubbed. I think it's very possible that we could see 100 points accumulated on a map like this. The Team Typhoon plays the objective very well. The rotations are there. The transitions are absolutely there. The in-route gunfights might be where we see this team lack off at. So we'll see if they can get the job done to get that threshold, maybe even a little bit more. We'll see what they can get done here on this P1 side as we see Captain putting away the machete. Is going to be able to hop for the Krig 6, but he is going to get insta shut down the Thirster reel. But the kills went back and forth now. K's in a bit of a cheeky spot. He is going to be able to get the drop. The 47 coming through? Since when the hell is this absolutely meta? Well, I might not be there on that gunfight, but Hill already being collected here in P1, and so far so good for the side of Typhoon.
P1s are hard to get time on, as we got K's on a pinch now. He's got the AK, like you said, and AK is looking a little crispy there. We're collecting some nice time. And so far so good. We got Grizz and Co, the entire team, on the other side of the map, where We would ideally not want them to be spawning, but we're getting to the back end of this P1 now. If we're Typhoon and we want a chance, we got to start rotating. It's a power 60 on the P2. That's what we're looking for right now. But a couple things to note. We got Grizz and we got Captain, two of the most prolific guys. Golly, Onur is going to get smashed. We got two of the most prolific shotgun users in all of Europe. Please, Captain, if you know what's good for you, let's not taunt Grizz into pulling out his shotgun. I like that he didn't pull it out. We're gonna make it happen with the guns here as Animus, or I'm sorry, not Animus. Tough to watch Grizz play for another team.
I know, right?
Kings is going to be on the backside here, and they're gonna get the nice break onto the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry, the garage. The kills are just not going through. We had the transition if we were Typhoon, and it got broken, and this is where it begins. The big power 60, you have to do better on this. You have to capitalize on those opportunities that you have to get these big opportunity times. But now, for the time being, we're gonna have to rotate. Cross map, whoa, big slide for Grizz, and he's gonna teleport across the screen from aimbot and get ripped there. But now 15 seconds, big scrap time now for Kings. Now we got a fence hill. We're going to a 3-point hill, a 3-point spawn hill. You got that well there, and then you got the 2 spawns in the back here. Spy's gonna get turned. He doesn't understand that he's in the corner quite yet. But the big tack wave is gonna come through now. We got 2 players up top. That's gonna be Raid and Onur, but the tack is gonna be matched with the tack of their own. And that's gonna be 5 up top there. Onur just looking for a couple kills to open up. He's got the Peacekeeper. Big Japanese vibes here, but time so far for Typhoon, and they're keeping it close.
Oh, they're keeping it close. They get a good rotation over to P3. It's sad to see him go in P2. I mean, they had the early setup, just got spoiled by massive gunfights that come through in close cubbies and corridors. And nevertheless, break comes through relatively early. Kings not allowing this team to breathe a single second uncontested here. As we're 30 seconds in, nobody able to take the clear advantage now. Gunfights being won, and Onur absolutely breaking the Peacekeeper to life here in this fences rotation now on Alferno, who's got the Holger, Old Faithful. We'll see if he can take down Yuka's. Yet again, another rally for a new rotation this early on. I don't know if it's necessarily the call. Yuka had the right idea, but he needed a little bit more reinforcements. Maybe a little bit of a drop ball there. You're talking about games being decided on last 15 seconds being contested or not, and then you're getting broken early. There's no way you can afford to not get those hills contested on a P4, on a P3 with 20 seconds left to go. Am I right?
You're right. I mean, we're still early, but we definitely don't want to set the precedent that Kings can just get all of the scrap time in the world. And when scrap time is looking like 20+ seconds, that gets to be worrisome. As we have a pinch opportunity here as Captain's in the window. He's in the big power position right now. The spawn trap spot. He's got to finesse a little bit, making sure that he's getting the kills. As Grizz, he's going to get sauced up a little bit. Now Captain has an opportunity to pinch. He's shooting down from the window. A nice 2-piece from the backside. But the spawn is not going to get blocked on the other side. And Captain's out of position now. The spawn will flip. Bad. Oh my God. Like that absolutely terrible sequence of events that happened there for Typhoon. I mean, Captain had the spot, and they didn't actually go back and block that that garage there. You gotta make sure that you're doing that when you have that guy in that window. Otherwise, the spawn will flip on its head. They're gonna just hand Kings another 20 seconds of scrap time.
Look, I'm gonna cut you off. I literally was just watching you, who was, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen slower doggy paddling in my life. This isn't Hydro, my man. If you ain't swimming, you ain't winning on that map. And this map, if you're swimming, you're absolutely dead. I don't know if I've ever seen such slow movement in water in my life. Very unfortunate, Cabo. We need to optimize. I mean, you just got a fast-paced game, and then you jump in the water, and you're just like moving millimeters at a time. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but right now it's 131 to 82. Tac 5 popped here for Kings. They're trying to get the job done. 18 seconds is all the side of Typhoon need to hit that 100-point club, and so far they've done a great job of maintaining positivity as well as map presence on a lot of these rotations. As a matter of fact, they're going to get a break here in P1. Not going to amount to much, but surely they're going to have to learn from the mistakes of the first set of hills. We're going to go ahead and dive in for a quick comm listen-in. Things are relatively close. Let's go ahead and listen in with the side of Typhoon to see how they're handling it.
Nice.
To do it on new.
One by pool side.
Going. One top. That.
Yo, spawn by driveway. One home is driveway.
One stairs garage.
Yeah, this one in garage.
They're in the hole. On the door.
Two top.
There's 3 in the coin, guys.
One is on stairs.
I'm waiting for you, Embo.
Off HP.
One top.
One behind the Lambo, one left side.
I mean, the comms there, you can already say, I mean, you're going against the best in Europe. Would like to hear a little bit more volume, maybe a little bit more directive, maybe a little, but when your head's so far in the water, it's kind of hard to peel up and take a breath. Those are the comms you get.
Well, quite honestly, I mean, when you're drowning,
you can't
if you're
really,
not trying to kick your legs and get above water, you're just gonna drown. So, you know, the sound of those comms is you know, disappointing. It doesn't sound bad, like it doesn't sound like they've lost, but it also doesn't sound like they're trying to win, and that sucks if you are you know, on the side of Typhoon. If they were to go back and watch this, you gotta go back and watch the 31er series and listen to that listen-in on the back half of that standoff. That's a team that wants to win, and that's what you need. Sometimes, you know, you know, crazier things can happen. And again, the goal here was to look good. You know, put a little bit of your pride on the line and you know, play. At this point, nobody here expects the Team Typhoon to actually come away with any map wins in this series. It would be very, very upsetting for the side of Kings if that was to happen. But at the same time, when we need you, we need a little bit of soul in these comps, and that's no good. But right now, Kings is absolutely slaughtering the competition. Just gotta get a little bit of time here and another. Set a scrap time here, 20 seconds for Kings.
For the free ski.
Finally crossed the 100-point mark, and now we're going into a big power rotation potentially, where if Kings can get control of this garage side spawn, as we got Grizz with the Purifier on the point, and they can get in that window, the game might end right here.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and find out. We'll go ahead and dial in for a quick listen into. It might be over, but we might get a little bit of a jewel in the rough here for the Kings.
Okay. Two double. What are you doing? Two double. Be careful. I take 5 now. One sub.
I'm flashed.
Top dead.
I was flashing.
No.
Ah, there we go. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of a visual bug on our screen, but that is nothing to be fearful of. 250 to 104. I mean, Zim, you hit it right on the head. There was... expectations are to come in and handle business if you're Kings. They've done that. Expectations for the side of Typhoon was to find the small victories and celebrate those. They put up 100+ points on the board. They look great on the rotations. They're just not winning the gunfights where they matter the most.
Yeah. And you know, you can't blame them. Well, I mean, you can't.
Well, yeah.
You're a human being, and every single person on Kings is a human being. But you gotta win these gunfights. But you know, they're the best for a reason. They're one of the best for a reason. And you know, going into those comms, Onor, I mean, you gotta give him the little golf clap, and you gotta be like, man, that's passion. That's good. He's common. He's treating it like it's an elimination match, and you love to hear it. On the other side there, again, Typhoon, when you go back and you look at this map together, if you guys do, this is one where, you know, that listening, it sucked the life out of me, and I was, you know, like,
I probably stood in there for a little longer, bro. I mean, you getting calm listen-ins, and you're like, I hate to do listen-ins when a team's getting brutally beaten.
You know? What are you measuring it by? Especially when you're losing. You get the most measurement out of doing a listen-in from a team that's losing, because you get to see, like, do they have any edge to them? And it's not a good look trade-wise if
no, it's
you
not.
have that edge when you play against other teams that are maybe around your level, or maybe you know, like not the top dogs, and then you play these guys and you kind of fall flat in the comms. That's a big criticism, and they got to get over that. They got to get over themselves in that way too, because
you're absolutely right.
There's nothing. There's no expectation for you. You know, you're playing with house money. But anyway, we're in the S&D on raid. Let's not beat a dead horse. We're going back into a map where we've seen these guys do some things on this S&D raid. They beat Fahim and Co, right?
They did. Oh, they beat him to a pulp, bro.
They beat them badly on that map. And it was not one at all that we were expecting them to win.
Yeah, the first
thing
thing
we saw Fahim do.
the first thing that whenever I was playing Modern Warfare with those guys this weekend, the first thing Storm was like, how bad was our search and destroy? And I was like, bro,
Terrible.
you don't really want to know that. And he's like, no, just say it. Just be completely honest. And I was like,
Those
that was probably the worst search and destroy performance I've ever seen. And I've seen some pretty bad ones. And I lived through the EUE days where they were absolutely tragically bad. They were nothing compared to that. Like, that game was just so bad. Right. And then they followed it up today with another. I mean, it was a map that Ducks played very well on and have done very well on this season. But you got to be able to put up more than one round, bro. You got to be able to put up a little bit more of a fight. They look lost in the sauce. I'm hoping that Typhoon bring that energy. They don't linger on what happened in map number 1 here in this matchup against Kings, because they look dynamic on Raid last week. Like, they look like they were owning that map. They need to come in with that same kind of energy. Those comms need to tune up, bro. They need a little bit more spunk. They need a little bit more moxie. I think I maybe heard a total of 3 people talking the whole time I was there.
I thought I counted 2.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. That was the other problem.
Yeah.
Like, 2 guys are kind of talking. At least they're talking. The other 3 dudes, like, their tongue got ripped out of their mouth. They weren't saying anything. They were just so depressed, getting world start on the map, like, constantly. But we're going into a raid. Like, guys, Typhoon, play your game. You know what I'm saying? You guys have had a really unique identity in Search. Keep it that way. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. Make these guys match you. Make these guys have to play Typhoon Search. And maybe we can see an interesting map. And at the end of the day, we don't got to think of ourselves as underdogs. We've shown, there are teams in the league there are better teams in the league. They play Search and we're like, what the hell are you guys doing? And then we watched Typhoon, a team that should probably not be winning the searches that they're winning, and we're seeing them do really well. As Captain's gonna, he's gonna spark it up, and that needs to be the ignition that takes them through this round and go round by round basis. If you look at this in the grand totality of the entire map, you're gonna have a bad time. But take this map a round at a time, and all will be well. So we're gonna have a nice bomb plant here come out for the side of Grizz and Co. But now we got the shotgun matchup of the century. We got Grizz, like Mr. Shotgun in all of the West, and we got Captain here. He's making a close second right now for the time being. He just won't put it away, but he has a nice opportunity here to drop a smoke and get a little mixy on the side. There goes the smoke. Let's use it. Let's get through. As the kill's gonna come out for the side
the collapse
Nuke on the backside, and now it's gonna be a collapse onto Onur, and he's looking for it right now. They're gonna identify that he's in that position, but Onur can win those gunfights.
Damn good
and
retake.
They'll catch it. A big win for Captain and the company, and that's a big a big retake.
That's huge. Captain didn't need to do it all by himself either. All he had to do is put himself in the position to get that smoke down. You saw the 2; they were pinching from both sides. 2 drop almost instantly, and then Captain's there, just as like a safety precaution at that point. Really great retake. Really great 2 kills to open up this round, and a little bit of stroke of life here for this Typhoon team who got tossed in a little bit of a blender. Captain's made his way through the middle of the map. Actually, he's on the B side. Aimbot gonna get absolutely doused in the PP-19 Bison as Grizz is skating. He said, to hell with the shotgun. I don't care about titles. I want the win. He's picked up a sniper to go along with that, and now we're starting to see a collapse here on the backside for the side of Typhoon as Alferno has brought out the pride and joy of EU. It is the M2, the MK2 rather, the Helix Grand. He's good for 2, but it is Onur who gets the last. And just like that, a fiery response. Hey, King said they weren't supposed to lose that last round. We're kind of pissed off about it. And a very quick hit right in the middle of the map leads them directly onto the A, and you can thank Grizz for paving the road to success there.
That's the sticky point there. That's what King is going to go back to. They're just going to look for these. But look at Captain. He sees the curve, but he's going to get caught there by Spy just in the end. And that was a good flank, though. Nice opportunity there. Good challenge. Good try. But if we're Typhoon, we really need to make sure that we're not allowing Kings to do this. And if we are going to allow Kings to go through the middle of the map, we need to not contest it at all, let them get into the kitchen, and then let them make a decision from the kitchen onto what bomb site they're going to go through. There's absolutely no reason to contest a full-on, like, King smash. If we need to, we'll just play the bomb sites and we'll be alright. But, yeah, this is kind of worrisome. It's when Kings gets into this position where they're just like, okay, we lost that first round. I remember. Hold on. We're better than you guys.
Yeah. What do they do? They stuff it right down the middle. The cushion is in the kitchen site. You get the P5 control. You take all of those angles that those shotguns have out of power positions. On top of that, you got Spy, who's just piecing right now. Grizz continuing to skate across. I mean, he's getting the intel right there on the hop. Majin doesn't know what's about to hit him. Surely enough, the timing is there. No Inferno is going to be able to clear the path there as 2 players left standing. Captain, my captain. Oh, boy. Wrong timing. Possible worst ever in COD Mobile history. The shotgun are going to be retreating back, and surely enough, Grizz don't play that. Kai's down on the 1v4, 1v5, damn near. It ain't happening. Raid shutting it down on Raid itself. 3 rounds rock and rolling. 9-day performance after that first round. You saw a little bit of a glimmer, a little bit of a silver lining here for this Typhoon team, but it's Kings who remain on top, and they have just flexed these last 3, looking to get 2 more before they roll into the flip.
I don't like that Typhoon is continuing to give them the pretty much the same look. We gotta... As the big entry is gonna happen. I mean, Grizz is flying. He has not stopped running any of these rounds at all. He's already in their spawn, running deep through, flanking the flank that's going to happen right now. He's got the shotgun, and he is absolutely just pacing the map right now. He's going to flank the deep flank. Check the mid. Doesn't see anything there. Going to take maybe the cut through. And he's going to run up on K's right now and aimbot. And Jesus Christ, I mean, we are seeing Grizz play with a degree of freedom that we have never seen this guy do.
What are you talking about? Dude has literally never had any caps on what he's... Dude has always been a liability in search of this.
Look, you forget that I've spent time with him.
You're right.
And he, Grizz is just such a freaking lunatic psychopath on the map. It's like, on Animus, they had played together for so long that they understood, okay, I'm here, and this is where I can operate, and this is where I can operate. But now that Grizz is on a completely new team, those boundaries are not set up yet. So Grizz can do whatever the hell he wants, and he is doing absolutely whatever the hell he wants on the map, and absolutely going where otherwise maybe on Animus they would have told him, yo, like, chill out. But he's absolutely loving it right now, and I mean, quite honestly, at the same time, Typhoon are just giving him all the space to work with. But Typhoon, 4-1 advantage in the kill department. Got Yuki's looking around, can't quite find him, but Spy's on the prowl right here. He's gonna catch Yuki in the back, and now we got another gunfight right here. Oh my god! Aimbot is going to get absolutely smashed by Spy, and that's the best player in Europe, arguably. He's gonna plant the bomb. Potentially, he's still got an entire minute to work with, and that's the troublesome thing about this position, is Spy will finally put the bomb down. But it's still in a 1 versus 2, and I don't like this at all. You've got both of these guys with too much space in between them. If we're Typhoon, we got to close the distance here, because Spy can win these gunfights in isolation as well. If you double it up as well, if he's on that power position 2 on a heady, he can absolutely make it work. He's got the scope and the CBR in hand. And just the smoke is going to come through. Captain's going to have to make a play here through this smoke to just get out onto the other side of the pillar here. But the blue van defense is going to come. And this is exactly what you want if you're Spy. But you get off the heady. Unfortunate. And Mojins will make you pay for that. You got to play the position a little bit better with the bomb ticking down time. But good retake for the side of Typhoon. I would have definitely liked to see them close the gap a little bit between those 2 players and not give him those isolated super 1v1 gunfights. But a good round nonetheless. And we gotta figure out a way to slow down Grizz. We gotta throw some flashes, some stuns or something. Let them get the kitchen on that defense and play it back when you go back on the bot. But now we're on offense. For us now, we gotta be decisive, and we gotta make sure that, look at Grizz already. He's in the spawn. And I kind of like it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If Grizz is penetrating spawn, you know there's problems for the opposing team. Right there, they dealt with it head on. They keep that damage to a very, very minimal. As anything, it's just Grizz's ego who's going to get checked there at the door. Raid's in a little bit of a fill spot. As you see, 2 players straddling the A bomb site, and then we got 3 flirting with driveway. I don't necessarily love the plays. And Ray could just cut it right in half, given the opportunity. Aimbot's right here in the top side of red now, as they are looking for this B side hit. Enemy is going to be spotting Raid now as Yuke is going to get taken down. And that's the perfect positioning there for him now as he gets too aggressive. He's going to get shut down. Inferno from the top rope Looking for some laundry control. I don't know how that one did hit, bro. The follow-up shot gives you a hit marker. And right now, he's in a little bit of pain, and travesty is... The MK2 has failed him here. He's the last one alive. It's a 1v4. This one happening, right, is 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Smooth as day. He finds the first one. Captain not going to peek his head. He's well-trained and disciplined. But it's still 22 seconds left to go on the clock. You got 5 seconds for the fuse. You got to make something happen here. It's now or never, Inferno. You can't hold off for streaks for next round. The hop up from the jump top from the window, whatever the hell that is, doesn't pan out. And what could have been an epic 1v4 clutch is going to be stalled by a little bit of wasted time.
Slugging with him, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't exactly hate what they did there on that offensive side. That concept so far may be the opportunity, maybe the blueprint for them to actually do some things on this map. You gotta stop Grizz. You can't stop him from flying, but we can definitely catch him when he's making one of these routes. We just gotta make sure that we are holding all of the angles that he could possibly come from, and force Grizz to get into a spot where he slows down. But now, worst case scenario has happened. Grizz has eaten up a whole bunch of free space, and now he is confidently holding his power and waiting for a gunfight to come from him. But as Grizz goes, he's looking for it. He wants a kill. He wants a first blood. But Typhoon has to find it. And if we can catch it right here, if we can catch that first blood, you identify it. Surely that has to be Grizz if you are Typhoon. He's up in our base. No! He's got 2 kills! And that's going to be a big one from the entrance there. The first blood percentage for Grizz has to be absolutely crazy. Talk about like an Abizi in Europe here.
Yeah.
Totally
He's a terror.
First blood percentage. He is just tough to manage on the map right now, but finally the poolside hit's gonna come through, and we got Inferno. I mean, you're going through. He's spray painting it, but the long range gunfight now in the pool, this is not probably something you want to run into. As a slow and methodical approach is going to come here, but you always have to pay attention to your flank here. You're going to catch Grizz. That's going to be Captain. The pump will actually, unluckily, not get a kill here. We'll keep an eye on Captain. Important matchup right here between him and Grizz coming up.
Oh, damn.
That's going to be the engagement right here, and Grizz is going to get caught. That's going to be Captain with the pump.
But Inferno on the backside, look, he's poolside. He's got 3 down. I mean, when we were studying that interaction, Captain might have taken down the greatest shotgunner in EU, but his team has the last say in that one. They take the round. Inferno with a 3-piece. I didn't catch much of it other than that third one. And my God, my brother in Christ, this game has definitely proven to be a little eventful at times, a little trolly, a little passive, a little aggressive for some. Grizz being one of those players. So look at him. He's already decided to take up all the space on the backside of the spawn. Case is going to be able to retaliate. Picks up Spy, looking for Raid. Raid's going to be able to escape through the pillars, but he's still lurking. Bombs down now as finally is going to be collected. No, nobody's going to pick it up, and this might be a miss. Grizz is skating continuously. A-bot gets dropped. That's the 2-piece. K's third. No one's safe. Majin, last hope. Grizz running rampant here in Raid. And he is picking this team apart. I mean, if he's not getting those first bloods, he's capitalizing on 3 in the back. And look at the flick, bro. We're going to need a device check on this guy. He is just a freaking nature. I mean, how do you even spot this? Baits him out, gets the spray paint to go along with it. How? Get him out of here.
I mean, he's one of the best players in the world, and, you know, the thing about Grizz is, like, this is a guy that translates. Like, he translates with the East. He translates with the West. We've seen him play the same exact way. We've seen him put up big performances against top North American competition, top Garena competition, top everything. This is a guy that can do it all and absolutely frying on the map right now. So we're going to have those trades go through. But now it's a 3 versus 3 situation. Your lifeline is on the line. Got Captain now. It's a 2 versus 3 position here, and Yuke is going to get a big one onto Inferno. But we're going to have to catch a kill here. That's going to be Honor.
Oh,
with
bro,
the
don't shit the bed.
Versus the shotgun. He's not going to choke it there, but he does have the bomb. Now he's going to take the cross map info. His teammate died on the other side of the map. I love this wrap. We're going to get the bomb down. And whatever we planned it for, actually, okay, I guess we're not going to get the bomb down. We're going to wrap the wrap. Okay, I don't know about this one.
He's doing last, brother. Look, he's circled the map completely, right? He's been there, he's done that. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
So, like, 5-head. Spy thinks that the intelligent Captain will get the information and put the bomb down.
Nope.
But maybe Spy is like, I'm actually more 5-head. I know that he thinks that I'm gonna think that, so he's not gonna plant the bomb. So I think that he's not gonna plant the bomb, and now we're just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play this map. He's gonna just lock down the 50-50, and Spy's not gonna move. Spy's gonna give him the plant. See if Captain takes it now. We're getting down 27 seconds, and it'll actually be tragic if we get into the 10-second mark. Spy's like, okay, he's not here by now, but I mean, Captain has absolutely 5-headed himself. Now you see him. You've got time to turn around and run and plant, but he's not gonna do it. He's gonna get into the ring and catch him narrowly, and it's gonna be a big opportunity for Captain. He'll finally catch it. The 5-head actually works, and the full late ball is in effect. But that was a goofy run right there. For sure.
Goofy indeed. But hey, Captain got what he wanted.
A round win.
Yeah, round win, and more importantly, another shotgun kill, right? I mean, obviously, we saw him almost crap the bed on that, you know, backside laundry control. Right now, he's flirting with Grizz, and Grizz ain't having it, bro. 2-piece. He's putting him on ice right now as the shotgun is here to play. He was shooting through the smoke last round. Typhoon is hemorrhaging. They have no idea where he's at. They can't make a safe transition. Yoke! Shut down! Kynes, the last hope here. No, aimbot is the last. And it is all over. 1v4. Aimbot is going to get 4K'd there by Spy. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for Mobile Mayhem. Week number 4, day number 6. I had to ask that with a question mark because I don't quite know what day we are on. Week 4, day 6. Damn, I'm so good, bro. Just have a little bit more confidence. It's like I need Captain to have a little bit more confidence when he's taking those fights. That one on the backside laundry kind of made me like, oh, it was almost cringe when he lost, but he won. Kings won. That's all that matters to them. 2-0 fashion. Take a look at the post-action report. Kings. Grizz. He's him, bro. He is him. 11 on board for Spy. 8 for Raid. 7 for Inferno. And 6 for Onur. Those 3 were fighting hard to get scraps. As a matter of fact, Spy was fighting hard to get scraps. I bet you they were in the comms like begging Grizz to lose any gunfight so they could finally get some kills. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, search is so, like, it's straightforward. It's information. It's make the right decision. It's make the high percentage decision. If I see my teammate die cross map and I can rotate the bomb, I rotate the bomb. If I, you know, if I'm gonna entry, I probably shouldn't have the bomb. It's things like this that Typhoon is, like, you guys beat yourself in the search, and, you know, a 7-4 loss to Kings is not that bad of a loss. Like, it could definitely be worse. That's about your average loss. You put up a fight, but some of these rounds are just like, what is going on? In the history of COD, how many times have we seen like a super mega 5-head like outthink happen? It just doesn't happen
Not
that
too often.
So
I think the biggest brain play I've
seen
seen in COD Mobile in Search or Destroy goes back to 2021, where we saw Karma chuck the nade and get the post-mortem kill on the bomb.
Yeah.
That was the best.
That was good.
Big brain play, and I don't think I've seen it be like outplayed since it. And like in IQ, right? Because like he knows he's gonna go down. It's a 1v2. What can I do to win this round? Chuck that nade right onto the bomb site. Man, I don't think we see too many like high IQ plays in Search or Destroy. Everything's just kind of like balls to the wall. We're running straight to the objective. We're getting kills or we're getting killed. That's pretty much it. And I think Grizz is one of those guys who, you know, really thrives off that kind of environment. And we see it's very profitable.
Prime,
I mean, look, he's prime. Is 15 kills?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know what. Who knows? Deanna, we're gonna bring you back into the loop. Tell me, how excited were you to see Grizz just skating all over Raid? Even though you hate the map, he made it look good.
Yeah, I still hate the map, but indeed didn't. I hate the map. Okay, I hate it. Definitely Kings did and had an awesome matchup in general, right? Even with the hardpoint, even with the S&D. Okay, maybe they made a little bit Raid looking good, but not a lot. There's still a long way to go there. I still will never like Raid. But yeah, we just started with the hardpoint, and the first P1 was, I think, the best point for Typhoon. They managed to pick up a couple of points. After that, transitioning to P2, Kings were in full control, right? And yeah, indeed, Typhoon picked up 100 points, but most of them were scrap time. Most of the times we saw the early rotation from the side of Kings, offering kinda, you know, players from the side of Typhoon to actually get some scrap time. So yeah, overall, as Jim said, they actually got 100 points. That's impressive against a team as Kings, right? It was quite hard, but Kings had the full control, as I said, over the full game, right? The rotations were good, and on the side of Typhoon, but the gunfights were not quite there. So Kings did won the first Harper, right? Grease was the MVP with 29 kills. Now moving into the S&D, we started with the first round in favor of Typhoon, but after that Kings picked up 3 rounds. I think before we switched sides, we did had 1 more round in favor of Typhoon. But flipping sides, right, the round started to be quite slow. Typhoon trying to pick up important kills, but you know, not having the gunfight maybe there, and having Grease running all over with the gun all over the map, it made it quite difficult, right? We did had good rotations, and positioning on the side of Kings, and overall they won the second game. I do believe it was a 7-3 or 7-4, but Grease was again the MVP with 15 kills. So yeah, overall it was a good game for the side of Kings. And first side of Typhoon too, they picked up 100 points going against Team S Kings, top 3 in my opinion, right? It's gonna be always difficult, and they picked up 100 points and also 3 or 4 rounds in S&D. So they still need to work on it, but again, Kings is a very good team. So yeah, overall it was a good matchup, and it was a good night, right? For you, well, we're gonna forget the forfeit from the first game, but overall it was a good night here, and I was very happy. I'm very happy to be here like always, and to be the host for you guys, because you guys did an amazing job.
Awesome job indeed. I'll just take a look at the results of the day. As you mentioned, the forfeit, I'll go ahead and throw it up on the screen if you missed it. You have to go back and rewatch the VOD. 2-1 win for FA Ducks. That was a hell of a series. I knew that one had potential to go to distance, and it did. FA Ducks came out on top. 31ers handling business. Wasn't a, you know, a win that you could brag about, but it was a win nonetheless, and they got the job done in a 2-0 fashion, as well as Kings coming through. Epic series. Typhoon hitting some benchmarkers, trying to, you know, figure out what they can do and do well, and maybe exploit that as, you know, future endeavors. But right now you got to be able to win those gunfights and big rotations, obviously. Hell of a search and destroy performance, but nonetheless, it was Kings who came out on top. So standings are also updated. I don't know if we have time to run through those. I'll go ahead and toss them up there. Deanna, do you have those up on screen as well?
Okay, so we do have on the first place Animus with 100 points, followed by 31ers with 80 points. We have on the third place Kings with 80 points too. And then fourth place is FA Ducks with 60 points. We have fifth place Ice One with 55 points. Sixth place is 117 Not Found with 40 points. Seventh place is Enigma with 20. We have 8th place Team Typhoon with 20. 9th place Zitium with 15. And 10th place is Void with 5 points. Yeah, these are the standings until now, right? Definitely, I'm still surprised that we have 31ers in with 80 points, having, well, being on the second place, right? I'm actually very, you know, surprised. I'm very excited to see more from them, and obviously from the teams with 20 points, also Enigma and Typhoon. I'm looking forward to see maybe they're gonna be able to pick up some more points during the next matchups in the next couple of days, and yeah. Therefore, this was our night, right? I hope you guys all enjoy it. And Verdict, if you have anything to add?
Nope, that's it. Happy Valentine's to you and yours. Hopefully, you know, as we wind down to you guys are still wanting some more Call of Duty mobile action. Well, later on tonight, we're going to crank it up even hotter for some Mobile Mayhem NA. So be sure to tune back in at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for that broadcast. It will be Hitman, Gilmania, and myself. Until then, Zim, did you get your burrito?
Never got it,
dang,
bro.
Man, I just yeah. That'll do it for us. I just wanted to hear himself a little bit before we left, so we're gonna hear a word from Call of Duty Mobile. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Be sure to tune in tonight. Until then, we'll see you later.
Bye.